Welcome, everybody, to Nat One Fun. I hope you had a great week. I know I did. We have some awesome stuff to talk about today. We have quite a bit. Oh, look at that! We got Shalrath 42. Welcome in. I've been enjoying the hot mic combo. I don't know if you know anything about Nat One Fun. I love hot mics before the game starts. I love being able to just to like hang out and chat with everybody, because here's the deal. You can chat with your friends here, you know, the people that we have on stream between each other and everything like that. But guess what? You guys in chat, you're part of the you're part of the team too. So I love to involve you guys in anything that we're talking about. We have our little conversations before we go live anyway.
We do. Now shut the fuck up, chat. Let's stop.
Also, shit gets dark when we jump into the game. So.
It does. It really does. And it's nice
So
to
you
kind
have
of break...
happiness beforehand.
Exactly. It's not nice to break the mold a little bit. So let's go ahead and get started with with some things. Okay. So Nat One Fun has so many announcements to go through real quick. Holy shit, Unmade Gaming. What the fuck? Wow. Holy shit.
Oh.
5 gift subs to Evo Light, Pooja, Jamie Wolf, Lily 42, and Koala Coco. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go ahead and skip these. Boop, 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 boop. But I appreciate the love. Thank you so much. We'll talk about it here in a second. Let me get through my announcements and then we can get started here. Pax, are you kidding me? Stop that. Trix. Hey, Trix is an old fan of Nat One Fun. Anyways, so things. Nat One Fun has a lot of announcements. First off, of course, as always, Die Hard Dice. We are affiliated. You stop that right now.
You're welcome.
Stop. Pause. Calm. Okay. So, Nat One Fun is affiliated with Die Hard Dice. If you type in Nat One Fun in checkout for Die Hard Dice, ooh, she actually has the dice that we are sponsored with this month. So, if you go to dieharddice.com and use the code NAT1FUN, you can save yourself 10% off on any purchase you make on the website. We also have a specific dice set that we are sponsored by. Allie, do you just so happen to know the name of that dice set? That dice set always gets me, and I totally forget every time because it's a long and difficult name.
Trey,
I got it.
You remember?
I'm like, I just bought it because it was pretty.
Mythica Nexus Avalor and Salatus 3.
What?
Nope.
Nope, that's not
it is.
at all.
I got it.
It sounded good.
It is the 7-piece Mythica Lunar Abyss.
That sounds right.
So, I mean, you were kind of close, to be honest.
Well, I know all their different
This
naming.
is the
like
dire D20 of that set.
So, yes, check it out. 7-piece Mythica Lunar Abyss. Anyways, that is currently what we are being sponsored with this month. So, if you want to help support Nat One Fun, you can absolutely go to dieharddice.com, save 10% off, and also buy that awesome set. Next up, we have Running Feywild coming out next week, y'all. Next Wednesday. We have the pilot episode of Running Feywild. We have some incredible stuff coming up, including the fact that we are partnered with a lot of people. Die Hard Dice. We are partnered with ExpressVPN. We are partnered with 1985 Games. We are partnered with oh gosh, Icons of the Realm, Dungeons and Dragons. The people who bring you that the Idle Champions game. So we have a lot of stuff, and on top of that, 1985 Games is doing a big giveaway during that show. So be there for some 1985 Games goodies. Check out 1985games.com. And you can also use the code NAT1FUN again and save yourself some money. So if you are a DM or even a player and you're looking for some really awesome, really easy to get into papercraft / cards and scenarios and monsters and stuff like that, there's all kinds of stuff there, even 3D models and things. Yeah, I mean, they are great. 1985 Games. So I mean, I just have a billion announcements, but that's going to be it for now. I will pass it on to the lovely Ray, as we are also doing a dice giveaway today. The dice giveaway today is excellent. So, Ray, take it away.
So,
because Liadain's kind of in a not awesome spot, we are specifically giving away a dice set that isn't hers, but could have been one of the ones I got for her. Because yeah, we might as well do it now while we can. It is a Kraken dice set, and it is called Mystic Torrent. Specifically with the silver ink, because that's the one I prefer. That's it. It's a 14-piece set, so you get like a big D20. Wait, let me.
We have it up on screen as well.
That. I know, but I'm showing like the size of the big D20. And you get several D6s and then the normal like set. But I am worried about the redheaded weirdo, and not Kinravah. And I just want to make sure that we celebrate her before she goes. So anyway, that's what we're going to do at break. You have to be a subscriber to the channel in order to enter, and then you get with me, and I'll send it out if you win.
Awesome.
Ray.
Thank you so much, Ray.
She'll live. It'll be fine. Don't worry, guys. She'll be fine.
Can we just from now on only refer to Ray as the lovely Ray?
The lovely Ray.
Oh, what?
The illustrious.
The lovely Ray.
The illustrious
I don't
Ray.
know.
Okay.
The lovely Ray.
Thank you guys so much for the hype
Illustrious.
train. That was a level 3 hype train. Insane. I will go over everything once we get to like the break, or once we get to the end of today's episode. Believe you me, you know me. I appreciate every one of you guys. So thank you so much for all the support you guys are giving. Let it be known that today's episode is again full of trigger warnings. Okay, we have a lot of content warnings that I need to go through. So it is almost the same as last time, because we are kind of in the same situation in terms of content. A little less mindfuckery as much as other stuff. So content warnings include, but are not limited to, violence. Let's see. Hold on. I had a list here. Let me find it. There we go. Violence, self-harm, mutilation, body horror, gaslighting, language, and cosmic horror. So if any of that stuff startles you, then make sure you either skip ahead or watch the VOD or listen up. But you also have the freedom to just skip the episode. So my friends, I believe that is all the announcements we have for today. If you have anything special that you'd like to announce, Allie, do you have anything special with your...
No changes yet.
Okay, excellent. Anybody else? Okay, perfect. On that note,
Prepare to die.
y'all, I hope you're ready to die. No, I hope y'all ready to roll. And on that note, let's go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage. All right. So, last we left off. Let's get some... Last we left off, deep beneath the ice laid a dormant but awful ancient creature. Winter's End found out firsthand that it was able to reach into the darkest portions of their minds, as it had them struggle to find purchase on their own consciousness. Arendal maiming himself and losing 4 fingers in the process. Olanu nearly ending Percy's life, and grimly having to face off against his own inner darkest demons. Meanwhile, both Kinravah and Liadain find out firsthand that Kinravah's family is not the hugging type. Kinravah's brother, using Liadain's life as leverage, leads both Kin and Liadain's unconscious body to a large fallen tower half buried in the ice. As they await for backup from an unknown number of drow associates, Liadain awakes due to a stowed goodberry that Kin feeds her. Using this opportunity, both her and Kin make a run for it, grimly nearly sacrificing himself to save Arendal's life, breaks him out of his icy tomb, and they all run to catch up with Liadain and Kinravah. All meeting up, unfortunately, not before Kinravah's brother catches up with Liadain and stakes her through the chest with his claws, asking for a parlay, or Liadain dies. We pick up as Kinravah's brother holds Liadain's body, unconscious body, in the air as he says, "We end this now, or she dies."
Put her down.
He just holds her aloft in the air, almost like effortlessly.
Put her down and we'll do what you ask.
He kind of looks at the group, squints his eyes with a smirk on his face as he starts to lower Liadain, her unconscious body, to the ground. And then, like, you can hear, like, a very visceral, like, as he pulls his claws from Liadain's back. Now,
I have one hand out, and I'm slowly laying my axe on the ground.
Yep. Now, it's been some time. Liadain has already not rolled a single death saving throw. But due to the fact that she was stabbed in the back and then lifted up into the air, immediately failed 2 death saving throws. So, for all the kit and caboodle, and for the future of Liadain, I need you to roll a death saving throw.
This is how we're going to start off, huh, Dan?
Yeah.
This how you do us?
It's been 6 seconds.
Okay, but what if I don't want to?
Roll in chat. Roll in chat.
It has been
no.
It has been
No,
6
no,
seconds.
no, God, no, hell no,
Chat is
absolutely
cursed.
not.
Oh,
Okay.
You got this. You got this.
Okay.
natural
Just
20.
nat 20, stabilize, come back up.
And then go right back down.
Guys, it's a nat 1.
Another nat 1.
Fuck.
Okay. All right. So, for everybody that's watching, and for everybody that is here, death is not something that we have feared away from in the past. Liadain was down 2 death saving throws. 6 seconds had passed. She rolled a less death saving throw. And on top of it not being just a 3rd death saving throw, it was a natural 1. And natural 1s in D&D means that you failed 2 death saving throws. So, with that, Ray, I will give you one last thing that you can do. But for all intents and purposes, Liadain is dead.
Okay. 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 Am I on the ground, or am I still like? No, he had
let
taken
you
his.
go. He had pulled his claw from your back, but you are bleeding out profusely on the ground.
Can he, like, is he looking at me? Is the Dragoloth
I would
looking
say
at me?
he's less concerned with you. He's more concerned with the party in front of him.
Yeah. Okay, well, I've never had a DM ask me this before, so let's just go with it. Dan, feel free to say, nope, you can't do any of that shit.
Yeah. Okay.
But let's go. Let's fucking go. All right. Okay. All right. So
I will ask you this, Ray. Do you need a moment?
I think I'm gonna get a moment here in a minute.
Okay.
So I'll take the moment then.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Anywho, when I hit the ground, I'll try to. When I hit the ground, I like not necessarily die immediately, but like, my eyes like jar awake, and I can see my friends in the distance. I can see Grimly setting his axe down. I can see Olanu about to charge, like all of this stuff. I'm going to look at them individually and catch all of their eyes. I want to look at Arendelle for a solid second. I want to look at Olanu for a solid second. I want to look at Kinravah for a solid second. And then lastly, I want to grab Grimly's attention, and I want to say, you guys got to run. And at that moment, again, if you'll let me do it, using my special bardic, I'm going to get up, run to the priestess, like slam into her.
Okay.
Grab the crown off her head and throw it as far as I can away from the party, or away, like, to where I know an exit may not be, as far as I can throw it, so they can get away, or so they can have time to regroup, or so they can do something before whatever happens.
Okay. I will allow you to make the attempt to do all this. Now you can run, get there, because you were only, I recalled the last episode, you were only 20 feet away from the priestess, because you purposely moved catty corner closer and in between the Dragoleth and her. The last move you did. So, I'm shaking right now. Sorry, guys. So you will, I'll allow you to make the move to get over there, but she will attempt to stop you from grabbing that crown. Obviously, she's not just going to let you grab it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You get over there, and she has a look upon her face that, first off, doesn't show any kind of surprise or fear. And you reach for her. You go, you run, you get up, you run, you say your last words to Grimly. And when you get over to her, you grab for the crown, and she fights you. You guys are kind of like struggling back and forth. But you slip past her defenses, grab the crown on her head, and chuck it across the room. And when you chuck it across the room, there is a median of ice that kind of splits the room in half. That also has like because what you guys are looking at, you're looking at a big circular tower that reaches up out of the ground here. Half of it is split by a large chunk of ice. You take the crown and chuck it over the ice into the other part of the room that is not visible from this side. Liadain, because you failed your last death saving throw and you've done everything that you kind of have now. The Dragoleth runs over to Liadain you start taking off, and he doesn't get his attack of opportunity, but he runs with you. And as soon as you release the crown, 2 hands come bursting out of the front of your chest.
Oh, jeez.
And just rip Liadain in half.
Fuck. Oh, shit.
And Liadain is dead.
God damn it, Dan.
Oh.
It sucks when the player turns their camera off in the middle of a session.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. At this point, I need to ask, do you as players need to take a second, or shall we continue? Okay. Liadain's corpse essentially is not like ripped in half completely. It's like ripped down to the chest, kind of like from the neck, like right here, down to the chest, and just ripped like that, and then placed on the ground. And he turns to you, the group, and says, "This is but a fraction of our power." Now, Liadain did use her ability. Her bardic ability. And that allows you to move with your reaction at your pace, at your movement speed. What would you all like to do as Liadain has given you this last gift, essentially, before she passes? What would you like to do? You can all move up to your movement speed.
Does that give us temp HP as well?
Yeah, I'll say it does. Yeah. I'll say it was basically the most bolstering thing you could possibly have in this moment that gives you that temp HP, for sure.
So
Well,
10,
Allie?
so 8, 10 HP.
I'm Arundel's just looking right at Iceheart and just watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll look towards Iceheart as well.
Is anyone in front of me?
I mean, so you are about...
Like any of my party?
Oh, they're right next to you. You were like barreling through, and as you barrel through, Liadain does this last desperate attempt.
So
I remember you said you were barreling
to...
into the room, and then he basically grabbed her and held her up, and that kind of gave you pause for a moment.
I'll tell you what I want to do. You let me know if it's possible.
You just have your movement, because this is not necessarily your turn yet, or it's not necessarily the group's turn yet. What I'm trying to say is you have movement due to Liadain's effect.
Okay.
I'll move next.
I'll
to
move
Alana.
my 40 feet. Out, but my rage stops, and I kind of, once I hit that 40 feet, I turn back towards everyone, kind of motioning them to pass me, and then I'll stay there.
Okay.
I'll
Ken will
run 35
move
feet.
30 feet backwards as well.
Yep,
All right.
I'll move 35 feet.
Yeah, I'll move my 50.
You all sprint out of the room with
Was that a
Liadain's...
flex?
No.
A little bit.
I was.
You all sprint out of the room. All of you trying to catch up with Olanu, and then suddenly, like a blur of speed and purple passes by you, Olanu, as Arendelle just like magically speeds past you. Okay.
Grabbing my axe, of course.
Yeah, of course. You grab all your stuff and you make your way out of the room. Again, thanks to Liadain. And as you run out of the room, you hear an echoing, Ulrich, not now. From the room that you were just in. You hear a female's voice say that. And you make your way back into the room that has an exit that leads downwards to the Underdeep, or the Underdark, excuse me. And you also are in the room with the boiling water and the eggs that were in the far end of the room. Now, there is an exit that leads further down on the other side towards the eggs.
Let's move over there. I need to get these shackles off before we plan anything else, please.
Yeah, I'll start backing up towards that area, drawing my bow towards the tunnel we came out of to make sure that they're not following.
Yep.
Once everyone's past me, Alana will wait to see if the others were going to start following. If they get within... What's the range of Cone of Cold?
60 foot
Long?
60
Yeah, it's like 60 foot.
Yeah, if they're within 60 foot of us, I'm going to fire that off before I take off after the rest.
Okay, well, I will say the one person that does is the male drow that is just a regular drow. The male drow actually will approach the tunnel in an attempt to just kind of see where you guys go. And so he kind of, you see him like climb out of the rubble as you guys are running. And he finally gets his turn to run up, and he like sprints upwards and trying to look around the corner where you are. And you could just blast him in the face with Cone of Cold if you like.
I'll fire an arrow,
And
too.
his save is high, so I think he has like a 19 or 20 to his dex save.
Okay. I'm trying to look at...
Or is it a con save?
It's a con.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how this spell works.
So Cone of Cold is a 60-foot cold cone, that does 8d8 or half as much. And he did save, so...
He did save. Okay. So 8d8?
8d8 and then half.
God damn. Okay. Sorry, I have to dig through my bag.
It's all good. It's all good. Thank you for the
Just
follow,
have
Shao.
88 ready to go. Shao Wrath.
6, 7, 8. Okay.
Man,
Yeah, it's a rough one so far.
seeing that black screen hurts.
32 points of damage.
Looking forward to it, Hoopla. 32 is halved, or
Yes. 32,
and then half of that.
it.
So
Yeah.
16 points of damage. 16.
Yeah, and then, yeah, she's just going to run. But she needs to go get Percy. So that's where she's going.
Yeah. So Percy was left up at the top of the slide, yes?
Mhm. Yes.
All right, so
Yeah, let's head that way. Yeah.
for those that are catching us on this strange episode, if you're just now catching us, Percy is the griffin that Olanu has as a companion, and he was left at the top of a slide that got them into this room that they are now currently in. Okay, 16 points of cold damage. What does it look like when you use Cone of Cold?
So when she casts Cone of Cold, the glow that's in her eyes kind of extends down her arm, and snowflakes gather around it before shooting out of her palm in a cone.
Awesome.
Oh yeah.
All right. So the blast of cold lays the drow out flat as he kind of like uses his cape to kind of block a lot of the damage. It just like strikes him, and his cape is basically solid ice before it ends, dropping him down to like one knee. And you can make your escape. Again, you hear just in the back, you would hear again. You would just hear, "Don't." Okay, and then you can hear Percy, like every once in a while, just like just echoing down the tunnel. What are you all doing now? You are all essentially out of combat. You are in this room, and it's just another day in Icewind at this point. For now, you know they're very close, and you know they're in the other room. Or the other chamber.
I'm going to bring Asher up towards me, and I'm going to share my vision with him to sort of like examine the manacles that are behind my back to sort of glean any sort of information about how I can how they work or how I can get them off, basically.
Okay. So roll an Arcana check for me. Arundel, you may as well, as he kind of asked you guys, "Hey, can you figure out what the fuck's going on with these things?"
That is a 20.
Cut them.
That is a 27 for Arcana.
I mean, you could just cut his arms off. Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Solid, like the ring issue.
Yeah. What was it? What was the Arcana?
27.
Jesus. Okay, Arundel.
Yeah, 19.
Got a 24.
Good
with
lord.
A 17.
Man, wizards. Anyways, both of you instantly know that a nice targeted dispel magic would probably deal with this. Now, of course, Kinravah, if you were to attempt the dispel magic, it would probably either not work or be strangely affected.
Done. Dispel magic.
Okay. So a high enough level dispel magic, I need you to roll for the dispel magic.
Oh, God. We know what happens when I roll. Cool. Oh, natural 16, so 20 total.
Damn. Okay. So, with that, the spider webs that hold on to your arms, Kinravah, they start to dissipate and kind of seep back into the metal bindings that hold it. And they are just now innate manacles, you believe.
She will just quickly rub her wrist a little bit and put it back on her waist and go, "Thank you."
Now, they are still on. They are just manacles.
Okay.
Can I grab onto where the manacles are and just try and like force them apart?
Of course you can. You're a fucking
Okay,
beast.
cool.
You go over to Kin and just like hold up the arms, and then you like break the two links of metal holding them together.
And her arms.
Probably.
She's not a Wookiee.
and her arms.
Dan, I've got a strength of 8.
Yeah, you can easily break the two metal links that hold it together there. Just snap them.
Huh. It's a poor construction.
Now you have
They're made.
You have basically metal bracelets.
Bracelets.
They're made in order to hold wizards at bay, but they're for the most part inert now. I'll make sure I can get the rest of these off later. Thank you.
Can you get us up this hole? You're welcome.
I think I can.
You just see Grimly with his arms and legs sprawled out.
Just
trying
laying
to
on the
make his
ground?
way up.
Oh.
Trying to make his way up.
Kin will just take a rope out of her pack, offer it to the others, and then just levitate herself upwards using the levitation spell.
Okay, so you guys
So
are
they
going
can
back up the slide, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where Percy is.
Yeah. So, as you're making your way up, you pass by Grimly. as he's like, and you make your way up, and you are reunited with Percy on the other end, who looks to be like looking down the hole, you know, from where you had first originally slid. But once you are all up there, you realize, and you come to the dark realization that there are only 4 of you up here with Percy.
Fuck, Dan.
So I'm quite happy to go back and kill my brother if that's what you're all after.
That has crossed my mind. But how are you guys?
Not good.
I didn't think so. We
Going
need to
cast
do this intelligently.
Just gonna cast lay on hands on myself as well to use the remaining 5 points I have.
Okay.
Cough up a little blood.
Just drop my staff on the ground and I just pull up my hands and I'm just looking at my hands. And then I sort of tuck them in.
Kin,
Just hold them like this.
as Arendelle does this, you can see, because you would see him casting Dispel Magic on you beforehand. When he was casting Dispel Magic, you see bloody stumps where fingers used to be on Arendelle's, kind of almost like spindly fingers. And as he inspects them.
I take it you all ran into something unpleasant as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why we were kind of winded when we came down.
It is gone. Or at least we think it is. It pulled away enough for us to leave, but...
Thank you, Grimly. I don't know how you brought me out of that. Thank you.
You all, as you are standing atop the... Someone is typing, guys, if you can...
Oops, sorry, that was me.
Yeah, no worries. If you take a moment to gather yourselves as you are both healing up and understanding what's going on, you see a bright flash of light come up from the tunnel that you just exited, almost like a long-lasting photo flash. A large flash of light happens, and then it dissipates. And then you hear some yelling.
We probably need to move.
Can you send Asher down there to see what's happening?
I could, yes. She will send Asher down.
Okay.
Can't leave her down here.
You send Asher down, and as Asher kind of slowly makes his way down the slide, you come out the other end, and you don't see anything here, per se, but you do see over in the corner where the large tunnel that leads out of the Underdark, you see a number of drow begin to make their way out, almost like ants in an ant pile, and make their way down the tunnel that leads to the tower that you guys were at.
Yeah.
Damn.
And so right now you are currently seeing about 10 or so drow exit the tunnel and then make their way into that tunnel. Or make that way into the cavern.
All right, look. The reinforcements have arrived. We need to, at the very least, find a place to hide, rest, but we do need to eliminate them. This is not a matter of me asking for vengeance. This is the fact that if there's an entrance to the Underdark here, it means that they can leave here and they will target Icewind Dale.
Jesus.
And the last thing you want any of them to find out is that there is eternal night on the surface at this current moment in time.
Yeah. Assuming they don't already know.
If they already knew, they wouldn't be staying in here.
In your head you hear, "You can run, but you can't hide."
Let me just quickly check something about the send in spell.
Is it a willing participant?
Oh, no, like this. You can't really... Funny fact, there's no way to block send-in. There's
Excellent.
no way to block it.
Perfect. Good.
Like, they can just ping you no matter where you are.
Hey, you up?
I just
have
wanted
a
to see if...
ring of mind shielding. You might be able to stop them.
There you go.
That might, yeah.
Just click
But,
send to voicemail.
Yeah. Just put do not
Okay,
disturb
yeah, I
mode
don't
on.
need to say... I don't need to speak out loud in order to respond to them. I can just think it.
Mm-hmm.
So she's certainly not saying this out loud, but she's going to just think right back, since she can respond to a send-in spell.
Yeah.
She's just going to say, I'm very disappointed. You broke my toy.
Okay. No response.
Jesus.
Yeah, don't say that out loud.
Yeah, she's not saying that out
Yeah.
loud.
God. We need to move quickly.
If we can
Regroup.
find a small passageway to take cover in, I think I can handle this. I think
Don't
I
go
can...
down those stairs.
Well, I'm telling you, the only exit to this room that you have not already gone down or gone through is the room with that creature that you had fought previously, that ancient evil thing. So you could continue down that way or go back up towards where the vampire knoll and the ghosts were.
There's that tower with the room full of glowing arcane runes and glyphs that we could.
There is, and if we get there, I can use an illusion to make it look like the rest of the glacier.
Okay.
That creature left. There's a possibility that we can make our way through safely.
Whatever you found down there, I want no part of it, please. I've already got one monster to worry about.
I think it departed, though, like Grimly said.
I would rather not take the risk, thank you.
Okay.
Alright, I'll just sit up and start walking towards the way we came.
Yeah, we'll start making our way towards where that tower is then, yeah.
Okay. It takes you a few minutes due to the fact that you have to climb back up to get to these things, because there's a lot of stairways that kind of led down to where you're at. So we'll say it takes you about 15 to 20 minutes to actually get back to where you were in that area. But being that you have dispersed much of the stuff that kind of harassed you on your way here, you are able to do so without impediment. You make your way back to the tower, and the tower still has a wall of glowing glyphs essentially on it.
Make your way inside, I'll handle disguise.
Okay.
And she'll take some time to cast hallucinatory terrain.
Mm-hmm.
Which basically makes it look like a wall of ice, just covers the entire tower. So it doesn't look like a tower, it just looks like a wall of ice that's completely frozen over it.
Okay.
And then she will make her way inside and start setting up the dome for a short rest. As she's doing it, she just sort of sighs and says, I have a lot of explaining to do, don't I?
A bit.
Yeah. You can start with who the hell those people were.
Well, if I had to well, first of all, the big one you saw was my older brother, Aldrich Zolothal.
That thing was your brother?
Yes.
What the What? How are you related?
He's a creature known as a Dragloth. They are created when a female drow has intercourse with a Gladbrizu demon.
What?
Yes. They are considered the
Okay.
favored children of Lolth, spider goddess.
Do you know why your brother is chasing you down?
Well, he wants to drag me back to my father, I imagine.
Your father isn't a demon, though, correct?
No. Well, no.
Okay.
And your mother?
My mother is dead. Well,
Oh.
I imagine she wishes she was.
What does that mean?
When a female drow, or even a male drow, disappoints the Spider Queen, they are offered up to her in a ritual. It mutates them, they lose their mind, and they become monsters known as...
Driders.
Well, yes. They become Driders, half-spider creatures that are lost and shall roam the Underdark forever.
How did your mom disappoint Lolth?
By giving birth to me.
You're the disappointment, but she also birthed that thing.
In truth, she was a disappointment because she allowed my father to experiment on her while she was pregnant.
You have possibly the worst family in existence.
You'd be surprised. But yes, I can see why you'd think that.
In truth, it's hard for the course down there.
It is, unfortunately. I discovered one of my father's, shall we say, end goals, and he was not exactly too happy that I did. As such, he was hoping to implement me in one of his own little schemes to take over our noble house. But then he essentially threw me under the wagon, so to speak, since I found out his dirty little secret.
So you didn't leave because you wanted to, you left because you had to.
I left because I was going to be sacrificed to Lolth. Although admittedly, I'm not exactly all too about it. I was never too much of a fan of her.
Interesting.
The Drow I have respect for my people, but the Drow are too short-sighted.
Then why are you helping us try to rid the everlasting night?
Because it's... Who does this benefit?
I mean, no one on the surface, but it probably benefits
certainly doesn't
you.
benefit me either. Do you think
No.
I want my people able to freely walk upon the surface?
No, because then they would be after you.
Not just me, they would have endless slaving raids happen in Icewind Dale.
Yeah.
And even worse, if they bring up some of their mages to study how the Endless Night has been created, what do you think that could lead to?
Okay.
My father wants me dead, and I imagine he sent my brother after me.
It's hard for me to believe that they just let us walk away.
My brother is a bit, shall we say, eccentric. He likes to play with his food. I also imagine that female drow with... She seemed to be...
Oh, you cut out there. We heard female drow.
I also imagine that female drow is not exactly who she appears to be.
What do you mean?
Female priestesses do not have the ability to counter magic. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but she certainly wasn't wearing any furs in the environment.
You think that's why Liadain went for
I
the crown?
imagine so, yes. My father sold his soul to countless devils in order to gain different forms of power. I imagine that's probably one of them, who works under probably the devil my father sold his soul finally to.
Who's that?
The devil whose blood runs through my veins as well. Mephistopheles.
Do I...
Anyone know who that is?
Grimly, you can make a history check. Actually,
Okay.
make a religion check, please.
It's an 8.
Okay. Being that you kind of came into your paladinhood late in the game, you haven't heard of this just yet.
Arundel, what about you?
I assume I know who this is.
Yeah, you would definitely have, just without even a roll there. You would have heard things about them, but you would not have, like, extensive knowledge of them.
Right. He's an archdevil. He rules one of the layers of hell.
The 8th level of hell, Cania. Also known as the Archmage of the Hells.
Composed
Which is
of...
why you believe she is a servant of him.
I believe that she is a servant of him, although it doesn't seem she herself is actively hunting us. I imagine that they're far more interested in other parts of the bargain my father made.
Did you see which way they went?
No, they were just gathering at that tower.
So we'll say by this time in the conversation, you guys have attained your short rest. So feel free to, because of the properties of this room, feel free to give yourself one spell slot of 3rd level or lower back to your back to your spell books or whatever.
Hell yes.
And then on top of that, feel free to roll your hit dice to regain hit points.
And I will use my Arcane Recovery to get my 4th level slot back.
Yep. So you got a couple spell slots.
As will I.
Yep. There you go. So you got a couple spells back, and then also on top of that, make sure you roll your hit dice and subtract from your total.
I'm probably gonna roll all these motherfuckers.
As you guys are rolling, I will say that the illusory terrain makes it look like there is no tower here. It essentially continues the wall of ice around the corner from where you guys entered. And as you guys are resting and kind of conversing slowly to yourselves, who has the highest perception now that Liadain is no longer here?
Oh, shit.
Mine's 15. Well, wait.
Mine's 10.
Passive is 15.
Minus
My
12.
passive is 15.
Okay, so 15 is not terrible. Let me... Okay, never mind. It's terrible.
I miss Liadain's 22.
You said, oh no, it's terrible.
Yeah. So anyways, you guys are conversing and everything like that, and you hear the slight crackle of ice that doesn't normally occur. Like, you've been hearing like echoes of ice like crumbling, but it's been a low, deep just every once in a while, just like as the ice settles around you. But you hear like a kind of like a higher pitch, like almost like someone stepping on a piece of glass for just a moment as you look out to where you guys had just exited to get here, but there's nothing there.
Ah, shit. I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay. Do you need a target?
No, I can sense any invisible creature within 60 feet of me. So long as it has an intelligence of 3 or higher.
So you can also use a spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you cannot see. When you cast the spell as your action during this duration, you can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you.
30 feet, yes, sorry.
The spell can penetrate barriers. 2 inches blah, 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 blah. Okay. You detect 5 creatures thinking, and they seem to be outside of where the illusory terrain is. And since it's 30 feet, it's one action self. You can use this method to detect the. So it's like a ping. It's not like a constant thing. So, like almost like sonar, you can. It blinks into existence for a moment, and you can track. They're each about 5 foot apart from each other, but you do not see them. You don't know.
It also lets me detect their surface thoughts, like what are they thinking, basically. Only what they are thinking at the time, though, like not
Right.
For let's like focus on them.
So most of them are just thinking. Surface thoughts wise would just be, where are they?
Probably complaining about the cold.
No, surface thoughts would be, where are they?
When I notice her say that, I'm gonna draw my bow. And just kind of be ready to move if needed.
Yeah, Kinravah's going to not say it out loud, but she's just going to point towards the illusionary wall, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So
None of them have...
see through it?
You can see through it.
No.
They can.
Yes, we can.
They
then.
can,
Yeah.
because I think you can determine who sees what, right?
Yes, I can actually, yes.
I'll head close to a wall, like up against the wall, and draw my bow as well.
Yeah. I just want to, as quietly as possible,
Yeah. So
get
just
where I could see out the illusionary wall.
Just to benefit those who are rules people, a creature who discerns the illusion for what it is sees a vague image superimposed on the terrain. So you guys would see like a see-through wall, basically. But yeah, other than that, you guys prep yourselves. But again, you don't see anything. What are you guys doing?
I'm going to...
Are you... Okay, well, I lied. Now that you guys are all prepping, though, Arendelle, you're the only one that hasn't really said anything. Are you also looking out? Or are you just prepping your spells or doing whatever you are inside?
I'm just trying to be as quiet as possible. I'm sort
Okay.
of pushing up against the wall.
So we'll say everybody but Arendelle, you can roll an active perception check now.
Where were these rolls for Liadain? God damn it.
That's a 4.
4?
That's a 10.
10?
Mine is a 24,
Wait,
thank
that's
God.
a 5, right?
A 24.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I got a 19 plus 5.
So, Grimly, you don't see anything, and Olana, you don't see anything. So, Kin, with your knowledge of the Underdark and your knowledge of the way drow move and everything like that, you don't just look in the normal, like, kind of where the entrance is, or even where the exit of the room is. You start searching the ceiling and looking between stalactites. And just for a moment, you see brow hands reach around one of the stalactites, and a small salamander-like creature that it's riding on makes purchase on the ceiling there, peeks around the corner as well, and you can see they are searching for something, but they don't currently see you. And you see the salamander like that is hanging on the ceiling with the drow on it run to the next stalactite and hide behind it.
How far off the ground is the ceiling from wall?
Where they currently are, I would say maybe 20 feet.
Are they above the other drow?
Wait, what were you speaking of?
Like, so it's 20 feet from the floor to the ceiling, right?
Yes.
And the salamander thing and the drow are hiding up there.
Mm-hmm.
They are above the other drow, right?
They are all together up there. There's like a group of drow that are parading around the ceiling and on the walls and behind the stalactites.
Oh, okay, so they're all on the ceiling.
And curves. They are curving along the surface of the walls versus straight ahead.
Okay. Okay, then. I am going to pop out Asha 30 feet away from where the tower is.
Yeah.
In front of all of them, so a little black dragon made of ink is going to materialize on the outside in plain daylight.
Okay. What creature were you said?
Asha. He's going to take the shape of like a little black dragon made of ink.
Yep.
And he's going to say, "Welcome to Icewind Dale," and I'm going to cast Fireball.
Okay.
and I'm going to make it radiant damage, because fuck them.
Sure.
Holy hand grenade.
Yeah.
So I need to look this up real quick. Do.
I'm about to get these Grim Hollow books, Allie.
So, okay.
You're welcome.
The drow that you are attacking are basically your basic like assassin types.
Oh, jeez.
Cannot for the life of me remember what book all the basic drow are in.
Mordenkainen?
Was it Mordekainen?
Mordenkainen has a bunch of like strong drow.
Yeah, that's what I was looking.
Yeah.
Okay, so up here for a second. Durgar. Drow, there we go.
I just realized what you did, Brad.
Yep.
It took me a second. I forgot all about that. It's been so long.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. Matron mother. That's what I'm looking for. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, shit. What the fuck are you doing?
Kidding.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, I thought you said they were basic.
Oh, shit.
The fuck, Dan?
Basic bitches. God damn it, Dan.
Just 8 matron mothers.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this and I'm going to modify it a little bit. Okay. So now your fireball goes off. They need to make a dex save. That is a 15, a 14, a 9. That is a save. And then that is a 19. That's a save?
Yep, I have to get 16 or over.
2 save, 3 fail.
I think.
All right,
one of-
so they get 25 points of radiant damage. Reduced to half for those who survive.
I think you said one of the early ones had a 16, so should be 3 survived.
I think it's 15, he said, didn't he?
Said 16, 15, 9.
We'll do it again.
16, 15,
Failed.
9, save.
That's the same.
19.
3 fail, 2 succeed. Okay. So with that, you said how many points? Go ahead and say it again.
25 points of radiant damage, except for those who save, so it's half that.
25 down to 13? No, 12.
You
Yep.
said, I'm still thinking about matron mother. You scared the shit out of me when you said that. my heart is still racing.
Okay. Yeah, we're going with this. So, the blast goes off, and at this point, I'll have everybody roll for initiative, and I'll say what happens next.
Shit.
Welcome to Icewind.
Boom.
Okay.
I'm not rolling this one anymore.
Okay.
Oh, grrr, oh, grrr.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
Please. Please.
That's the dumbest shit.
Just please don't.
Please, God.
says
Seth,
she
you
got
are
a nat
typing
20.
away, friend.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, I'm really sorry. Sorry,
I love
I'm
the
talking.
tacky keyboards too.
I'm
but
really-
oof.
I'm really sorry. I was typing to Ray.
I'm
How
very
dare you
impressed
talk?
with your words per minute.
Yeah, seriously.
Those good old mechanical keyboard.
I'm
Yeah.
really sorry. I'll mute myself.
No,
when I do
it's
that.
no worries. It's honestly, it's not like ridiculously loud. It's just you type for a long time. Okay.
You got shit to say.
Yeah, it's got shit to say. Let's go down the line. Grimly, what do you got?
13.
13, and then Arundel.
I got a natty 19 for a 23.
23. Okay, cool. Kin.
Okay.
Kinravah?
Muted.
14.
14. And then Olanu.
5.
Hey,
Five.
I hate going
Hey.
first. Why do I
God
make Dex
dang.
characters?
So, with that, let
My
me
dex isn't bad. My rolls are shit.
roll for these goons.
True with advantage? Oh no, you don't have feral instinct.
It's no.
That's 7th level
Jeez, come
barbarian.
on.
I'm
Wait.
probably not.
What type of barbarian?
Set
the
any 7th level.
I probably don't have
Isn't that
long strider
just
anymore.
There we
for-
go. Okay.
I don't have advantage on it, and I
Um,
am 7. Wait, no, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
you
6.
should. It's fairly. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say. I
No,
don't
I'm
think
6.
you're
I'm
7th.
6.
all right,
Yeah.
so let me set the scene. The room that they are currently in has 2 exits, and the room is like a bean shape, like the shape of a bean. Okay. The top of the bean is the exit to one side of the area that you came from. The other side of the bean is the staircase that leads down towards the initial first area that you were in with the long fallen down tower.
hmm
And then where you guys are on the curve of the bean. So you guys are like halfway between boom and boom. Okay. So they are currently at the top of the ceiling and around the walls of the top entrance of the room. All right. The room itself, by the way, is 60 feet from top of bean to bottom of bean, curved along like a C shape. So you point towards the ceiling, blast goes off, and ice goes flying everywhere. And suddenly all the drow that were hiding behind these things come plummeting to the ground, and a lot of them take some damage. So let me roll some damage here. And where's my D4? Oh, it's D6s. What am I doing? D6s. So they all take about 8 points of damage just from the fall. So that is... Okay, and that is that. All right. So that means that one of them, you see most of them like fall to the ground. One of them lands in like a badass like fucking blade pose, like with the arm out, like ready to dance. And the other ones, they fall and like land on their back, but very quickly jump back up. The creatures that they were riding, they all incinerate the second that the
God
fireball
damn.
goes off, and destroys them. You see a lot of like corpses falling to the ground. What radiant energy? Yeah, they are just literally burnt corpses on the ground as they they fry up like a nice barbecue.
Since drow have sunlight sensitivity, did they get like a little bit blinded from that?
I wouldn't count that as
Fair enough.
radiance.
Yep.
Yeah, sunlight. It would have to be specifically sunlight. So
Yeah, no worries.
they fall to the ground, one in a blade pose, and that one in a blade pose goes sprinting towards where the fireball emanated from. Almost
Which
immediately.
is Asher on the opposite side
Yeah,
of him.
exactly. Well, on the opposite side of him, I thought you said you put him right outside the door, or right outside.
No.
the
I put him 30 feet away from the door.
Okay, well, still 30 feet from the door is kind of like right underneath them. So knowing that, I'm going to roll an intelligence roll for him for the hallucinatory terrain here. Is it intelligence? I think it is, right? I got it up right here.
Investigation.
So
Generally.
intelligence investigation. Okay, intelligence investigation will give him... He's not that smart, is he? Okay. That is a 14. So he isn't able to discern necessarily where that came from. He sees Asher in front of him, and he will take a strike at Asher. Let's see. No. What he's going to do is he's going to cast darkness on the area.
Oh shit.
Counterspell. No, I'm just kidding. I don't
Wait,
have
what?
that spell.
I was like, since when?
I'm just kidding.
All right, so darkness goes up, meaning that a blob of darkness enters the area that is 15 foot in radius. So it takes up half of this entire bean that you guys are fighting in. And the entire area just goes dark. Woof. And that is his turn. Okay. Next up, we have Arendelle. And let me get some fight music in here, obviously.
God damn it, Arendelle.
You got this, mate.
Does the darkness extend into the tower that we're in, or the little room that we're in?
A little bit. Not like fully.
It goes through walls as well. Yeah.
It's not fully, but yeah, it is. It kind of encompasses like a little bit of a corner of it.
Can I move to where I can touch? I was gonna say Brad, Grimly, and Iceheart.
Yes.
Like
you guys are pretty
range of
much
both of
within
them?
like 10 feet of each other, inside the tower.
I'm gonna cast the Long Strider at 3rd level
Damn.
to give
Both Grimly and Alana.
Iceheart and myself 10 feet of movement, extra 10 feet. of speed.
Right on.
Hell yeah.
Long Strider goes off. What does it look like when Arendelle costs Long Strider? I don't think we went over that one.
You know, I haven't thought about it much either.
Improv. Let's go.
I think he takes his mangled hand
No, yeah.
and just touches it on the back of Grimly, and then taps her staff on Iceheart's shoulder, and there's just a little silver flash. I don't think it's anything crazy.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it. That's all I got. Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. Kinravah, you are up.
All right. My detect thoughts is still up. Can I find I can still tell where he is, right?
Your detect thoughts is still up.
Mhm.
It is concentration. Is hallucinatory terrain also concentration? No, it just lasts. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, you can ping again. Question verbally. You can also use a detect presence. You just hear a bunch of like, where are they? I think he's in the walls. They're casting. Or I think they're in the walls.
All right. So who can I ping the guy who survived, or is it 2 guys?
It's 5 guys who survived. They're all alive still.
Oh.
They
okay,
their
then.
creatures all died. But yeah, you can detect the thoughts of them. I don't think that would allow you to detect the position of where they're at. You can just know that there are creatures within your range and they are thinking something. You can hear their thoughts. You can detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see. So they are present. And
all right.
Yeah.
So, sorry, it's been a long time since I've actually had to think about this. When I attack something that's in darkness, is it disadvantage on like the attack rolls?
that is correct.
Or does it just... Okay. So, let's see. Actually, you know what? Yeah, Asha's still there with them, so... Yeah, I'll risk it for a biscuit. Oh, wait! Hold on. No, Asha spreads light. Let me double check.
Whether he spreads light or not, it is a magical darkness.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So, yeah, no worries there. But, yeah, okay, then I'll have Asher attack them, and I'm going to have him attack one of the 5 drow, and I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch through him.
Okay. So I will say that first off, I need you to roll a... because it is a touch spell, I need you to roll a perception check with... I won't... Well, yeah, because he's all visual, because you can't smell through him. I will say roll a perception check with disadvantage to find one of the drow in the darkness.
That's not bad. That's a 17.
Okay, so with a 17, I will say since they are not trying to hide, you do find one. Now, you can't specifically pick which one. He just finds one. And then you can now cast your spell, whatever you want. That Vampiric Touch.
All right, I'm going to cast... Yeah, I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch through him.
Okay. Is that a attack roll, or...?
It is, yes.
Okay, go for it.
That is 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Alrighty then. Vampiric Touch. That is... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how much damage this thing does. I've never used this spell before.
3d6.
3d6, okay.
And you regain
So-
half the hit points back to you.
1, 2, 3. Let's see. So that is a 5, a 6, and a 3.
14.
Oh, thank you. Math is not my strong point. So yeah. So somewhere in the dark, like, Kinravah's going to focus through Asher, and Asher is going to melt back into its inky-like form, snake up around the man and sit on his shoulder and just whisper into his ear, "You really should be afraid of the dark." And then just wrap around his face and start sucking the life out of him.
Nice. Okay.
Jesus.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll me a d6 to see which one of the... I'm sorry. Yeah, d6 to see which one it hits. If it's a 6, just re-roll.
Reroll. Reroll. 2.
Okay. All right. And then that was 13, 20... Okay.
Oh, you don't have a D5?
I do.
Just roll your d5s. Okay. Awesome, Kin. Anything else?
No, she's just gonna suck the health out of him to cover herself.
You gain some half the amount of hit points back that you dealt.
Yeah, so that's 7 points of HP. I'll take that.
Hawkeye, 36. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. Sorry. We move on. Grim. You're
Oi.
actually up. They rolled terrible on their initiative.
Wow. I can't
That's
see
lower than
anything right
Olana?
now, correct?
You can do what now?
I can't see anything right now, correct?
You cannot see
any-
them. You can
them,
see
that's
everybody.
fine.
Yeah, you can see everybody around you, but nobody where they were standing.
When Ken cast that fireball and they fell, did I see any of them survive the fall before?
Oh, for sure, they all survived. You saw them all land. Then the one that landed in like a blade pose, like held out his hand and went like this. And the second his hand came down like this, a blob of black darkness came out from around him.
Okay. Shit. Fuck it. Grimly goes charging in.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
so you run into the
Yep.
darkness, yeah?
Into the darkness, straight into the last area I saw him until I run into one.
Okay, so we'll say that you do run into the darkness. If you are attempting to find somebody, go ahead and roll perception with disadvantage.
Okay. That is a whole 6.
6. You run into a wall and then
Okay.
immediately turn the other direction and start yelling again as you run to try and find somebody else. You do not unfortunately find somebody in here. Now, if you would like to, like, just throw something into the darkness or whatever at a random person, you can attempt that as well as your action.
Shoot your bow at them. Or throw your bow at them.
I will bonus action. Let's see. After running about 30 feet in and not seeing anybody, I'll turn around and just now I can't see the party.
Yep.
So great. We'll just say that I end my turn. 'Cause
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't wanna
You
throw
are just
anything.
kind of like
I'm just
running
swinging into the darkness.
for sure,
and hitting
100%. Very Grimly thing to do anyway, so that's good. I like that.
nothing.
So now it is their turn. Unfortunately, Drow are not immune to, like, this darkness, so they themselves are also in this darkness. What's going to happen though is that shit, okay. One of them is going to run out of the darkness. Yeah, one of them is just going to run out of the darkness. Knowing that Grimly is in there, because of the yelling and stuff like that, and the, like, you know, swinging attacks and stuff like that, he's just going to run out. He does also not know that the hallucinatory terrain is the effect of what's going on here, or the direction of what's going on here. And what he'll do is he runs 10 feet out of the darkness. He takes his hand and slams it against the ground, and another big dome of darkness takes over. So now 3/4 of the room is covered in darkness, including about 10 feet or so into your own tower. So now you guys cannot even look out of the tower without it just being complete darkness.
I have dark vision.
Dude, I've got superior dark vision and I can't see in this.
The other two that go before... No, they all go before Alano. Alano rolled a fucking 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah. So the other ones, you can all hear...
Fighting.
You can all hear... Vegeta, get back! And...
You've got blind sight.
Mm-hmm.
Blind
Well,
fighting.
Fighting.
So, that's what they say. And that is the end of their turn. So now we will go over to Olanu. Yeah.
Sorry, I got a snack delivery. I'm going to trigger my rage.
Okay.
Triggered.
And run towards that voice.
Okay. The one that yelled out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I have 50 feet of movement now.
Yeah.
So can I get to it?
You
Where I heard.
You can.
Okay.
And because you have blind fighting, meaning that you don't need to see them to make the attack, right?
Mhm.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
What can you define it again?
Features. Where are you?
Because I'm gonna say, well, I'll tell you after you define it real quick.
Okay. You have blind sight with a range of 10 feet. Within that range, you can effectively see anything that isn't behind total cover, even if you're blinded or in darkness.
Fuck, that's sick.
Moreover, you can see an invisible creature within that range unless the creature successfully hides from you.
Okay, so you run out to where the person yelled out, and you know exactly where that person was when they yelled out because it was right after he had cast the darkness, and you ran out to where he was, and you do not see him. You do not sense him in that location anymore. The closest person to him was the original Dark Elf that landed, like, the first one that landed, like, in the blade pose, and that Asher, like...
Mhm.
Well, I guess Asher didn't grab onto that one, but yeah. He cast
So how
darkness.
far did it go?
You would have moved 30 feet. So, like, 30 feet to get to where that guy was yelling, because that's how far he was away from you.
Okay.
You still have some movement.
Yeah. Can I do a perception check with disadvantage, I guess?
You don't need to. If you move in
Oh.
a certain direction, you'll find where you're going. So make a perception check, a regular perception check, because I would say that you would have, like, advantage in a situation where somebody's invisible or whatever.
Nat 20!
Okay. So within that 20,
Who am I killing?
you do sense that there are 2 drow still here. Both of the ones that cast the darkness spells are still here because they moved and then used their spell, and then they can't do anything. So
Okay. I'm going towards him,
okay.
and I want to reckless attack.
You have
Bolts.
you have the original one that fell, landed
Mhm.
like blade, and then the other one that ran out of the sphere and cast the spell.
Second set. Okay. They're not near each other? They're like...
There's
I've
10
got-
feet this way, 10 feet that way.
Okay.
You're in between the two.
I'll go to blade pose.
Okay, so he's the original one. He's closer to the exit.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna reckless attack him twice.
Okay, go for it.
Hell yeah.
Natural 20.
Fuck
Oh
off.
my god.
She's really mad Liadain died.
Hell yes.
So
Who's she killing?
is
I think this
2d10.
calls for some Olana rage.
Alana. Oh no, I keep grabbing my. Where's it? Oh, there it is. Ooh. Ooh. That's 20 points of damage
Okay.
for the first one.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Oh shit. That wasn't so great. 17 to hit.
Just hits.
Cool. And then 15 points of damage for the second one.
Damn.
Nice.
Okay. So you strike into him with your eyes closed, essentially, and you just hear as you slice into the creature.
And nope, that's it. That's all I can do. I already used my bonus action to rage.
So since this creature actually goes first, he is going to attempt to run away, but you have blind sight, so you may
And
use.
I have Sentinel.
Sure you do. So you have Sentinel, blind sight, and
Does he have to concentrate on darkness?
does he? I think you're right.
I think
I have no idea.
Concentration up to 10 minutes. So let me roll some con saves. So you dealt how much fucking damage?
20,
20
on
for the
one.
first one,
15.
15 for the second.
15. Okay, yeah. I was like, it was above 13.
That's a natural 1 on the second roll.
Hell yeah.
So the second one goes off and the darkness goes away. You are alone with this one drow, and Asher is kind of like looking around right now.
Okay. And then he attempted to move away?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, no, you don't. Can I reckless this?
This is just a regular attack.
Okay. 15 plus 8.
Yep, that hits.
Okay.
I think that hit.
Yeah. 11 points of damage.
Ah! All right.
I'm not done with you yet.
Ooh.
All right.
That's nice
He
art.
is extremely close to death. He has taken a beating. And right now, at this point, he is like on death's door. You feel like as he like clings to his wounds. And you hold on to him basically by like a piece of his armor. You see staring back up at you a dark a dark drow with gray, almost grayish black, ashy hair, very, very, very light, almost grayish white eyes, staring back at you in very dark black leathers. You see 2 daggers to his side, but he is holding a scimitar out. Okay. Yeah, that's one hell of a turn. All right, for him, he got nothing from that. So, Arundel, you're up. You still cannot see the action because it is essentially blacked out from the second dome that went up.
Mm-hmm. So I'll whip out the Claw of Icing Death. I'll take 1 step out from the tower,
Okay, you can.
and then
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on that darkness.
Okay. And Dispel Magic, I believe, just works. So the darkness disappears, and you can see the one that like slammed his fist on the ground, like look up, like angrily.
And then as a bonus action, I'll activate my Blade Song, and I'm going to run right for that guy. I've got 45 feet left. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
he's only like
I've got 55 feet left.
yeah, he's literally only 15 feet away from you, like from the entrance of this.
You
I'm
run
just gonna
around
get
him
right up on
3
him.
times.
Yeah.
I love to imagine that, actually. Almost like trying to confuse him. You are like, and like different images of you are popping up like around him.
Yeah, after images.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
That is my turn.
All right. Ken, you're up.
Nice.
You do
So
now.
what's the
You
drow
see
doing
the
right
two
now?
drow. One that is being held by Olanu by like his waistband of leather, and then the other one is currently being confused by Arendelle.
Do they both look really heavily hurt?
The one that Olanu is fighting 100% does. The other one does not.
Okay then. Really weird question. Do I recognize any of these two as members of my family?
No.
Okay, good. So, okay, how close are they to each other again?
To each other, they are 20 feet apart. No, 30 feet apart because she was in between. So yeah, 30 feet apart.
Alright, the one that Olanu is not holding, I am then going to cast... Can I do to this poor bastard? A lot, apparently. I'm going to cast... Rhymes Binding Ice on him.
Okay. Care to define for anybody that's listening?
A burst of cold energy emanates from you in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 3d8 cold damage and is hindered by the ice formation for 1 minute.
Okay.
So can you make a con save for me, please?
Sure can. Con save. That will be 21.
Do I also need to make this con save?
Nah, I would have, aimed it slightly away from you.
Yeah, because you were technically just running around him, but you had to come to a stop at some point, and he could have just aimed it anywhere around you.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he only takes 3d8. So that will be... Yeah, he only takes... That's 11 divided by half, so 5 points of cold damage.
Okay. The 5
So he only
points of
takes-
cold damage kind of just... It explodes from that area, but like little shards of ice kind of bathe him for just a moment.
Mm-hmm. And let's see. Oh, the one that Asher was holding on to, is he still there, or is he gone?
He took off.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Unfortunately, Asher did not grab onto one of the two that are still here.
All right then, Kinravah's going to walk out, and she is going to walk right the way up to him, very, very slowly, and just be like, "Welcome, kinsman. Are you enjoying the surface world thus far?"
He curses at you in Underdark or Undercommon. He says something about your father.
Oh,
Oh
my
no.
father's the one who
No.
hired
He
you.
says something about your mother because there's a big thing about your mom and all that stuff. So yeah, he definitely curses your mother in some way.
Oh yeah,
Jokes.
total. Oh yeah, total whore. Totally there with you. I mean, have you seen my brother?
Jesus Christ. All right. Okay.
Christ.
Grimly.
And she's going to walk all the way up to him, by the way. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
you-
within 5 feet of him now.
Yeah, you walk up all the way
Nice.
up to him. Grimly, you're up. Now the darkness drops. Boom, boom. Both of the globes of darkness drop, and you see Olanu hanging onto the belt of one of the individuals, and he's only about 10 feet away from you. You were almost there. And then the other one is about 40 feet away.
Grimly. Grimly will shout or whisper a vow of enmity. He will use his bonus action, or is that action or bonus action? Bonus action.
Yep.
He will whisper, "I see you now," and draw his bow. And I'll shoot the one. Kinravah, you engaged with the other one, right? Not the one that Alanu's
Correct.
fighting. I will shoot the one that Alanu is fighting first.
You have
Shoot
advantage
at-
on the attack.
Correct. Okay, 16 plus 9.
Hits.
Damn.
25 to hit.
Yep, that'll do it.
That is a lot of damage.
And you're taking out your bow to do this?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you want to do this to this guy?
Let's just say Alanu grabs him by the belt, and as she pulls him back, an arrow just strikes him right in the back of the head.
Okay. So in anger, the drow turns to Olanu for holding on to him. Olanu, like, about to make a strike with her like, basically taking, like, her weapon into, like, one hand, spinning it around and about to make a strike with it, as the arrow just pierces right through, like, the center of the nose, like, directly out the other end.
Ooh, yeah.
And then from, like, where it pierces into black smoke, and the drow's eyes just kind of roll back into his head.
Alanu has this look of slight disappointment on her face.
Yeah, because the body goes limp in your hands, and you just, like, have to drop it, and you're like, damn it.
And then I'll turn and take my second shot towards the one engaged with Kinravah. I don't have advantage on this.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, it doesn't change or move. Ooh, that's good. 17 plus 9.
That hits.
And that's 1d8 plus 4. That is 6 plus...
Necrotic damage.
The necrotic is 1d6. And that's a 1. So 7 damage?
Okay, so that'll
Yes.
be...
I rolled very poorly on damage.
Okay. So the arrow strikes, and it strikes him in the arm, kind of making him like back up and, like, place his arm on the ground because he was on his knees. Places his arm on the ground, and the arrow just dissipates again once it hits. And you just see him scowling at Kinravah, who is lording over him right now.
And then I'll just move back 10 feet towards the left side of the bean.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of like where you were originally, kind of where Arendelle had started from. All right, Grim. Then we got his turn. The drow will... Okay, so then the drow will...
Redeem lose the glasses.
Oh, you turd.
And hydrate.
God damn it,
And
Ray.
posture check.
Good Lord. I'm looking something up.
Oh.
All right, so... and it is a... I need to figure out what... Okay, so the drow pulls out a small leather loop that was attached to like a piece of his armor, rips it off his armor, and then holds it up in the air as he starts to speak words. Anybody doing anything?
Fuck.
Can we?
I mean, you have reactions.
Is it a spell?
Shit.
You
Yeah,
believe
it's
he's casting a spell. It's up to you if you want to do anything. Just saying. I'm giving you the opportunity to say it now because I don't want to say what he's doing, and then you're like, I guess I'll let it go, or I. No, he is casting a spell. What do you do? Do you want to counterspell it or let it go? Up to you.
Looks at Trey.
Looks at Trey. Trey, do you want to
Well,
go?
I counterspell.
All right. I'll counterspell. It's my last 3rd level slot.
You don't have to. I'm just saying.
I'll counterspell it.
Okay. So he holds up this leather loop in the air. And you see his body just kind of like, his arm just kind of like drop to the side. And his head kind of go like limp where he stands, or where he's like kneeling down. As he just like looks over at the party. And he's just silent. And I will say, for all intents and purposes, combat is over. He has given up. Now, it is your choice what you would like to do
yeah.
with him.
Let's fucking interrogate this motherfucker.
Now, if you want to continue to fight and kill him, be my guest. But
He's the only one left?
He will not fight back. Yes, he is the only one
the
left.
others ran.
The other ones ran, and you grimly killed the one you were holding.
Kill steal. If nobody else is doing anything, I'm going to walk right towards him and grab him by the throat and
Okay.
start walking him towards our little camp spot.
You grab him by the throat, and his body is just completely like limp. He's not giving you anything, and he
Move.
is like completely like stoic. His chin is like held high, and his eyes just like look past you, basically.
This one's not going to answer any questions. I'll crush his throat.
Grimly, before you do that, please, let me have a try.
He's just like he's grimacing as you kind of start to close the grasp on his throat. Ken, you walk over, and he just looks at you.
What is the name of your house?
He just looks at you and
She smacks him across the face, and then she just says,
spits on your
"A
foot.
female is speaking to you. What is the name of your house?"
He just looks at you and he says, "An abomination is speaking to me."
Well, I suppose if you don't want to talk, you won't need a mouth. And she's going to take out some thread, and she's going to take a dagger, and she's going to try and sew his mouth shut.
Oh.
So you're gonna start torturing him.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't think that's necessary, and I'll.
Oh, fine.
Go ahead.
Just kill him then.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and kill him.
Yeah. Let's leave him out in the cold.
Kinravah's just rolling her eyes.
Just cast Eldritch Blast out of my hand right into his jaw.
He'll like start to talk like he goes, "You will never be able to," and then like the Eldritch Blast just boosh, blasts out the side of his skull, and yeah, and he just kind of lays there, like falls to the ground limp with like a bit of like smoke kind of emanating from the wound.
That felt good.
You know, like, I will say, you all want to avenge Liadain, correct?
Yes.
More than anything.
Then we're going to have to be a little bit more smart with this approach.
Yes.
We need reinforcements ourselves.
Yeah. And sleep, because I'm tapped.
The others have gone off to alert them. They'll be heading here soon.
You remember
Try to
that
get
with the fact that they kind of like are able to hide between areas and stuff like that, you note that amongst where they were hiding, and you fucking blasted the area with radiant energy. A giant hole where you had blasted the ice has now been revealed, and a like big portion of ice that was covering a large area now reveals another room towards the front of the beam, you know, like the entrance where you guys came in to rest. Around that area, a new entryway to a different part of the cavern sits.
Didn't see that before. Should we head that way? Find a place
I
to
have
rest?
something I need to do first.
Can you do it while we're moving?
I can do it very quickly. We do need the reinforcements after all.
Okay. Reinforcement.
Remember what Velany was always doing with those kobolds?
Okay.
Okay, whatever you're going to do, do it quickly.
Yeah.
I'm going to start walking towards that new entrance.
Okay.
Kinravah's going to cast Animate Dead on the 2 dead drow.
Okay. So animate dead. Let's see. You are instantaneous. 10 feet. 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you have 2 zombies following you, for all intents and purposes.
I'm going to choose skeletons.
The tar becomes a skeleton if you choose bones, or a zombie if you choose a corpse. So you have to go with zombie, as they are still
Fair
just
enough
corpses.
then, yeah. I'll go with Zombo.
So you got 2 Zambonis following you. But as you cast your spell, what does it look like?
Kinravah's just going to look down and hold up her hand and just say, I believe the party said you were still going to be useful to us, one way or another. And then, like, her eyes go completely pitch black, and, like, this black ooze sort of, like, drips off her hand, and sort a bit like Asher, peeps into the corpses and, like, animates them as if it's, like, bringing, attaching puppet strings to someone.
I love it. So yeah, the black ooze kind of seeps down and drips onto the corpses. And like the second it touches it, it causes the corpse to kind of like start to seize for a moment, and then it stops. And once it stops seizing, like it lifts up by its chest at first, and its arms kind of get dragged to the ground, and then it slowly begins to lift itself up. And its eyes, the once like whitened eyes, the eyes that were white and like kind of light gray, they're now like a super dull gray, almost black. With that, Grimly, you kind of see this happening, and you can like, shake your head or whatever. You just see this terrible thing happening. You walk into the newly created cavern, and it's a strange room. This is very much set like the kind of furnishing that you had seen previously in that large tower that was laying down on its side. You see a central dais in the middle there. It's almost like a pillar that reaches up about 4 feet into the air, and then it has a circled top. On it are strange arcane sigils and what look to be like levers. Now, you look around the room, and on the left side of the room, you see what looks to be like a melted out portion of the wall that wasn't caused by you. And underneath that melted out portion of the wall, you see a long dead corpse. This corpse looks like it's been there since obviously since either the city fell or a long time. It is like part bone, part skin still because of the cold and everything like that, but it's been long dead. And then on the right side, you see in the ice, like the walls of the ice, you see a humanoid shadow that is beneath the ice, what you believe to be about 6 inches or so beyond the ice. And at that point, we'll go ahead and take our first break.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. So, bringing it back real quick.
Sometimes you need an emotional support fairy.
Oh God, she's back.
Oh my
I didn't see you come back.
Ah,
you doing, Ray?
I didn't even notice it until I looked. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Okay. So, for those that aren't in the know, we do a giveaway every few weeks, and today is our giveaway. So I will pop the dice up that we are giving away here, and I will run the giveaway. Now, in the background of this giveaway here, today it will not be automatic and run through chat because I am trying to make the change from Streamlabs OBS to just regular OBS Studios. And I had to get rid of the giveaway link, or the giveaway whatever the hell it's called. So it's not automatic. So what we're going to do now, though, is I'm going to need y'all's help, my team here, to keep track of everybody. And I'm going to gather everybody's name in an Excel spreadsheet real quick, just by, of course, putting their names down with copy paste. And should be pretty fast because I'm just gonna go down the line here. So if you are subscribed to the channel, please put in, let's see, what should we have them put in today, since we can have any word.
Waffle.
You know what I want.
Liadain.
Okay, we'll do waffle. Too soon.
Ours is
All right. So
there.
exclamation point waffle if you want to be involved in this week's dice giveaway. Get some music going too here, just so we can have something going on in the background.
Exclamation point RIP.
Oh.
So
Jesus.
exclamation point waffle,
No.
and I will put you guys in here.
Okay, folks. So far there are only 2.
Yeah, 2 individuals. Guys, we are
You
giving
have to
away
maintain.
we are giving away the dice set that you see on screen. If you would
Ray,
like
you should enter the raffle.
if you would like to be a
Huh?
part of this, make sure you are subscribed to the channel and type in exclamation point raffle, and you can get yourself these excellent dice.
Ooh.
What did you say, Trey?
I said you should enter the raffle.
Yeah, I need more dice.
Yeah.
So far, we
Loch
got.
Ness,
I mean,
I think you're
always.
not subscribed. I don't think you're subscribed
mean-
to Loch Ness.
Oof.
Did I say raffle? I meant waffle. Exclamation point waffle. You know what though?
Facts.
If anybody wants in on this, if you type
Do
in
it.
raffle or waffle or exclamation point, let me in on the fucking drawing. You'll get in on the drawing. All right. I don't care what it is. All right. So we got Pax in here as well. So guys, it's looking like a 1 in 3 chance currently to win this.
Come
dice.
on.
Loch Ness.
Waffle.
Loch Ness.
Loch Ness.
Loch Ness is not subbed to the channel currently. I will.
Let me in the fucking drawing.
Hold on. I got you, Loch Ness.
I've already got him.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Oh, okay. I was like,
As we
we're
all
like
scramble,
fighting.
as we all scramble to gift a sub.
Well, here's the deal. Okay, there are people who are subbed and there are people who support still, no matter what, just from being here. And Loch Ness is here way more than a lot of other people, and you deserve a sub more than anybody. So thank you, Loch Ness. You can also be here with this. Okay, so Arth, Yotane, Pax,
Yeah.
and Loch Ness. We'll go ahead and call the raffle. I mean, if anybody wants, look on screen right now, this Mystic Torrent dice set. If you want this,
Beautiful.
type in exclamation point waffle to be involved in this drawing. Okay, I will give you guys another 30 seconds because I feel like we're not gonna have too many more
Chance.
chances. Okay.
Nice.
Trey says
Waffle.
waffles, please, with chocolate chips.
Oh, yeah. It's like one big chocolate chip cookie.
Terrible, Brad.
Okay, 1 in 5 chance, guys. Here we go. I am just gonna roll a d6.
It's okay, baby. It's okay, baby.
Yeah,
All
that'll
right,
work.
here we go. The winner today is.
Hooray! No, I'm kidding.
Aw, that's great. The winner today is Loch Ness.
Loch
Aw.
Ness.
Congratulations, Locke. If you can just get into contact with Ray on Discord, we can get you these dice sets sent out to you as soon as possible. On that note,
Yay.
let us go on break. And we'll be
All
right
right.
back with
Oh, face change.
whatever
Break.
I don't think it's
whatever
set
we
up,
have
so.
going on. Yeah, face change doesn't work with a new camera. Well, I'll have to figure out. I need to take off
Also-
that thingy.
I'm very sorry for Kinravah. No, I'm very sorry for Kinravah doing evil things now.
Also, like, shit talking every character right after they die is awesome.
It's
Welcome, Tankard.
hilarious. I don't like that you broke my
Hey,
toy.
Tankard and Tails, we'll be right back. We are going to take a 5-minute break, but we will have people talking and hanging out here for the moment. So we'll be right back, though. Hey, thank you very much for joining us.
The
I'm just
lovely
gonna
Ray.
use the restroom.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh, yeah.
Ray, this was
Yeah.
filled
Poop.
with really strong tasting soda. It still just tastes like paste.
Grr.
Yep. It's the
It's
worst.
the worst.
Okay, I'm gonna go get myself a drink.
I'll tell you what really
Okay.
sucks to
Hope you're
eat
doing
when you
okay,
have no
Ray.
taste. Chicken.
Yes.
It's disgusting.
It's just like this rubbery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Tankards.
I'm
Yeah,
not-
we leave the chat unmuted when we're hanging out during break. That way, chat's involved as well. No worries. But welcome. We do a giveaway once a month. if you're a subscriber.
And we just
Just a
gave
heads
away a set of
Really pretty
Kraken
dice.
dice.
Beautiful dice.
I love them.
Mm-hmm. Yep, so that happens once a month on the 3rd weekend of the month, I believe.
Did you want to get on the desk? You can't drink my drinks. Ferrets can't have vodka.
I am drinking water. I drank way too much last night.
Oh, dude, I should be drinking water, but Liadain died. So I took a
Yeah.
shot. Nope,
Yep.
no ma'am.
Last week I had to have a drink during the episode because
Oh man, last week
That
was
was
rough.
tough. I can't believe we survived that shit. Well,
Last week was definitely
Cough.
mental gymnastics.
Yeah.
There you go.
yeah. This week is
There you
just
go.
sad.
Are you
Yeah.
dead? No more emotional ferret? Okay. She was like, Mom, you're talking. I'm awake. Bye.
Liadain will be avenged.
Ugh. Dude, and the way she died.
That was
Ugh.
visceral. Oh.
Yeah.
So rough.
There's no coming back from that.
I mean, sure. Like, maybe you get, like, half of her and animate the half. Ugh.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Wait.
I got that.
You probably got.
I might have had that idea like yesterday, and I was like, okay, how is she gonna go out if she does die? And I was like, okay, well, we got to make it terrible.
Mhm.
I mean, it is
Disgusting.
what it is.
Oh, you probably got 8.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, probably.
Oh,
Probably.
dang.
You ever have something that you had as a kid and loved, and then have it as an adult, and you're like, yeah, this isn't as great as I thought it was.
Yes. Twinkies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are gross.
I wish, and the concept is incredible
The concept. What? Sorry, I missed that.
of
Of a
Twinkies.
Twinkie.
Of Twinkies?
Yeah.
Do you have an oatmeal cream pie?
Yeah. And it's just,
I do too.
I used to love these things, and now I'm just
Same.
like, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so that's going in the trash.
Ooh, fucking Doug is making what looks like dice trays out of leather
I saw that.
in General Creative.
For some reason, I've had like a lot of time on my hands during this session, and so I've been entertaining. Dad.
For some
Hey,
reason.
y'all, if you're not already, please join our Discord channel. Our Discord channel is there on in chat. I'll post it again just in case. We have a great community of people and stuff like that. So come hang out with us in Discord as well.
I'm just gonna be munching over here. I'm freaking starving.
Let's see. A surprise backstab with an auto 2 death save fails is troll. Oh, it's not. Hold on. Let's talk about this. That wasn't troll. That's called being a smart enemy. Like,
Trying to
because you got 5
use
people
the life
ready to
of
come
her.
down on top of you. You're gonna go after the one at least that is low on HP. DM troll. I'll fight you, Yotain. I'm not a troll.
He'll fight you back, dude.
Yeah, I know. And he'll win. Let's be honest. A Smenemy. Bring it on, little man.
Aw.
All right, just waiting on Brad, and then we will jump back into this.
Nope.
Also, what my character says about dead characters is not how I feel about dead characters. I just want to make sure that's clear.
Yep. And I want to quickly state that Seth has messaged me several times since everything happened. Kin is not Seth.
Yes.
That's good. I'm glad. And that's kind of like a learning moment for anybody that is listening in. I know we're during break and a lot of people are probably not here, but make sure that your players are comfortable. Be it with each other, you know what I mean? Be it that they the thing is we played for like over a year with each other, and we're very comfortable coming to each other and saying, hey, if I do this, are you cool with it? But don't ever let that take a backseat. Don't ever just assume that someone you're playing with is going to be okay with you saying or doing something. If it's obviously if it's like what?
You're being dueled in the chat.
Oh. So anyways, just know that it's just good manners. Also, Loch Ness, get fucked.
I'm here, but I've got to mute myself for a hot second. I need to yell.
Yeah, no worries. Arth, I think it's max of 1,000 each time, so that way people aren't just giving away all their shards.
He's so precious. Sorry. Distracted by Fuzzball.
Damn it! Arth took my fucking crystals back. Tankard says, yeah, finding the right group to play with is super important. I'm going to try and get some of the crew in here. Oh, you got some crew coming. That's cool. No, honestly, Tankard, I totally agree. Finding that sweet spot when it comes to the type of players you have is difficult. It truly is. And I was blessed to find these players on the first go around of creating Nat 1 Fun. So, Arth, you are only behind myself, I believe, and possibly a bot.
Sorry, I had to find a tiny noodle.
So I think
so. You know what? Next campaign, I'm just gonna play like the nicest person ever.
I would love.
Oh my God,
to see you outside of your shell, playing someone you like that is just overly nice. Oh, like, yeah.
Some like little, like I don't know, druid thing, like just like let's be Disney princess. Let's go from
I will
Disney
legitimately
evil queen to Disney princess.
I will legitimately play a fairy druid.
I lied. Arthur, I lied. You are actually being surpassed by a sympathetic pirate and Yotain because of their amazing donations that they made. So it's legit. You are third, unfortunately.
I will literally eat an entire box of kitty litter before I ever play a tabaxi.
Okay.
Good to know. Good to know.
I would play a tabaxi. That could be fun.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I cannot
Maybe my next character will be a tabaxi.
Okay. Rant moment here. So many of my fucking players are either lizard men or tabaxi.
Hell yeah.
So
it's just
I
pure
am
chaos.
so
Good for
sick
them.
of it. I
Good
will
for
find
them.
a cat. I am so sick of it. I'm so sick. It's
Do
either
they have-
tabaxi or leonin or lizard folk. I'm just so sick of it.
So
Do
you
they
got
have-
a circus.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got the circus.
Do they have a raccoon race?
No, not yet.
No.
I would
But now
love
I
that.
want to make
Goblins.
one.
Goblins?
Play like
Just goblins?
a Sly Cooper.
I had a mouse/rat race in my
Cooper.
game, and they are just fucking everywhere because my dice apparently loves them when I roll randomly for shopkeepers or something.
Okay, we are all back here. So, Tankards, hold on. Let me read Tankards' message because it was a long one here. Yeah, our current DM put the majority of this group together. Granted, we have brought people in and dropped some people, but it's been the same core people, and we get along so well now. We finally have a great group of solid players and solid people. That's awesome. I'm super happy that you were able to kind of like run through and make sure that, you know, the whole group is actually working together. It always sucks whenever there's like one person that doesn't meld well. You know what I mean? Like you've got like a group of 5 or 6 people and like one person doesn't meld well. If you're able to drop them or they drop and you're able to pick somebody else that ends up being like perfect for the group, that is excellent. That is super excellent.
They're still trying to get rid of me.
I'm trying.
I just
I
keep
keep
showing
DMing
up.
him.
The fist of
DMing him before the game.
the fist of
Stay
Tedron.
in
Thank you
bed.
very much. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Okay. All right. Let's get back to it.
Oh, Ray, turn your camera off.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! God
Don't
damn it!
say
I was
it.
like, wait, we can't start without Ray.
Welcome
Fuck,
back.
man.
Welcome back. With the recent loss of one of our characters, or one of our players' characters, we pick back up as Grimly. You walk into this uncovered chamber of sorts. Some strange panel sitting in the center between two strange sights. One of a corpse lying on the ground, and the other of a humanoid-shaped shadow lying just inches beneath the ice.
Arundel,
I'll make my
come
way.
look at this. What do you make of this thing?
Seems like some sort of mechanism. Can I do an investigation or something to determine what the purpose of this is?
Yeah,
or how
absolutely.
To operate whatever this is?
100%. So first off, roll Arcana. First roll Arcana, excuse me.
Let's go. 20 non-natural.
Okay, so with that, you can determine that this thing behind the ice to your right, the one that is the shadow behind the ice, you can tell that it is very magical in essence, and like it almost emanates like a pulse of energy. You also can tell that the thing in the center, that dais that is kind of lifted up, sitting in the ice, it is cocked to one side a little bit, as it seems a bit broken. But the controls, or whatever this thing is, they seem to be arcane in nature as well.
See that thing beneath the ice?
Yes, that seems to be pretty powerful magic. I'll go over and examine the corpse.
You kneel down next to the corpse, and it is the corpse of a male elf of some sort. You are completely unable to tell specifics, as the corpse is quite desiccated. It is quite old.
Any clothing on it?
It has raggedy clothing on it. And let me just double check real quick. Please excuse the cameras for a second. You do see that the clothing is a bunch of a mix of cloth and leather. But again, like I said, just old and desiccated and broken down. But it is colored like a hint of gray and blues and white. But on the corpse, you don't see anything else.
I'll just sort of use prestidigitation to clean off some of the whatever filth is on there.
Yeah.
And then I'll mend some of it too, just to make it look.
Yeah, perfect. So you sit there and you place your hand on it, and much of the clothes and the armor kind of pieces itself back together. Slowly but surely, you see just like materializing in place until the full gown of the individual that he was wearing. It looked to be like some kind of robes that he was wearing with like leather underneath it.
And I'll pull out my little journal and my writing implement, and then realize that I can't really write very well with some of my fingers missing.
Yeah.
And then I'll just drop my head and put it away. I don't know what this mechanism does. It's some sort of arcane. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna examine the thing below the ice, the shadow.
You come up to about its like a little bit over its waist in height, because the start of the shadow looks to start like 1 or 2 feet above the actual floor of the ice there. And you like kind of look up to it, and it looks like the shadow, like I said, of a humanoid, just a few inches below the ice. You cannot necessarily determine exactly what you see. It is too far beneath the ice, but you do see a shade of that bluish gray white.
You know what? Screw it. I just walk over to the mechanism and try to pull one of the levers. Or push.
Okay.
Whichever way it goes.
You take the lever that has like it's one of those levers it sticks up like this, but it has a T intersection at the top, and you pull it down. And when you pull it down, the runes on the central dais alight. They light up in different shades of blue and purple. The room, Arendelle and Kin, you would feel just like a almost as if like an EMP had gone off. So it's almost like a shock wave of magic that goes out. And it leaves like the room, it leaves everybody deaf for like a second, and then like the sound starts to come back. And as that happens, you start to hear the sound of water dripping next to you. As you look over towards the shadow where it comes from, the wall seems to be melting a little bit.
Kinravah's just going to look towards Grimly with this exact expression.
Mm-hmm.
Just ready ourselves, and I'll pull out the claw of icing death again.
She also makes the zombies look at him with that expression, but they're kind of dead, so it's like...
In the spirit of Liadain, she would have done that.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. I can't really argue that point.
Okay. At this point, the ice begins to melt. And just over the face being some of the first parts to come out from the ice, you see a light-skinned, almost bluish tint to the body. And Liadain, Ray, would you care to
God damn it.
come back in here?
Sure.
God damn it, Ray. What the fuck is happening?
Ray,
So
what do they see? Now, they don't see the rest of your body just yet. But what is being uncovered as the ice melts? They see your face.
You see, as the ice begins to melt, you see a female elf who is fairly tall. Her skin is extremely pale. Like, obviously, if you were to compare her to snow, she might blend in with it. Her hair is a vibrant blue that is braided down the center, and then everything else is shaved. She's got a scar on her. She's got 2 scars on her cheek. One is further down, almost like at her jawline on her left side, and then the one on her right side is like right across the cheekbone. And her eyes are a very, very light blue, and her lips, her lips are a very dark, not exactly black, but a dark shade.
We got character art already?
Uh-oh.
Ow.
Oh
Uh-oh.
my goodness, that's amazing.
Uh-oh.
Nice.
Oh.
Arendal's ears perk up.
And as the ice begins to melt, her eyes kind of like blink open, and she takes in her surroundings.
So your eyes blink open. The ice begins to melt thoroughly until finally you see that her arms are crossed over her chest in a manner that kind of suits, a sarcophagus almost. And finally the ice gives way to nothingness as it drips down to ice, and she falls from her height, being about 1 or 2 foot off the ground, and lands right into your arms, Grimly.
Oh. Are you alright?
Oh, I'm sorry. And I stand up.
Oh, you're heavy.
I do not know what manners you were taught as a child, but you never tell a woman that she is heavy, let alone Someone from the Feywild.
Oh,
Is
I
she?
apologize.
Anyhow, I'm assuming what you really wanted to say was, well, hello, what is your name? And I would have responded, oh, it is wonderful to meet you. Please don't touch me. And my name is Mayril, but please call me May. Good gravy saying that I'm heavy.
Ah, nice to meet you, May.
I miss
just
the bard already.
May, as you are dusting yourself off and cleansing any water that may still have kind of seeped into your body, you are saying this, but you are not like staring at Grimly. You are saying it, but looking around your surroundings, and it is very confusing.
How did you get in there?
Well, can you answer me a question first? Where are all the
You're immediately stopped as you see a corpse lying across the room.
I run to the corpse. I know this person, but I don't know how I know this person, but I know this person is very important to me, and I don't. I pick up anything that happens to be there that was actually part of the body. Do y'all know what happened to them?
We found
this is the forgotten ruins of a city that fell from the sky.
Hold on. Still holding the pieces.
Mm-hmm.
You said a forgotten city?
Yeah,
That fell from the sky.
I mean, you just fell out of ice. This city was
How
buried.
long ago did this city... Ooh. How long ago did this city fall?
About 1,000 years ago, ma'am.
First of all, who just spoke?
Just take a minute to catch your breath and relax. It's okay.
Holding... Wait, was this the, some of the pieces that Arendelle just, like...
regenerated.
Made cleaner? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Holding it almost like a security blanket. Like, literally right here.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna sit down where the bones are and just go, okay, but I don't understand. Who just spoke? Can they come from around the corner or wherever they are so I can talk to them?
Madam, I'm sorry, but I am, well, indisposed, if you will. I am but a Professor Orb.
And you see just like a soft glow coming from Kinravah's waistband as it blinks in and out of like
Nice.
like a whitish glow when it speaks.
Oh, so the ball's talking. Got it. All right. How do you know that the ancient city, still not convinced that it happened. How do you know it fell? What happened?
Well,
Why?
madam, in all of the texts, it speaks of this large city, Yithrin, falling from the sky but a millennium ago. It's history. It seems you may have been trapped in the ice for quite some time.
I know this is probably quite a shock. We've seen a few visions also. Like forgotten memories almost.
I would also like to mention, just for reference, the room that had the like, you know, you had like a tour of the city back in its heyday is just across the way.
We can show you if you want.
Is that truly wise in our current predicament? In case
Wait.
anyone forgot, we are currently being hunted.
Yeah, we really do.
Why
need
y'all
to
being
move.
hunted? What'd you do?
Oh, kid. why
Hold
don't you
on,
enlighten
hold
her?
on. Am I in the presence of criminals?
You see 2 zombified drow standing right behind this dark-skinned, beautiful drow elf who looks to be very evil with her bright red eyes. But she stares at you as you say that.
I can promise you we're not criminals. There's a lot of things that you need caught up on. As far as Icewind Dale and the current state of this city. Just give us a moment to explain. You've
that
been
case,
trapped in
why
this
don't we-
ice for a long time.
How
We
about
can't-
if we do that while we're walking, please? Staying
Yeah.
in one
Agreed.
place too long is a bit dangerous.
It's not safe here at the moment.
Hey DM, can I
Mhm.
stand? Okay, just making sure.
Yeah,
I
so-
don't know how much atrophy I'm dealing with.
No, the ice would definitely have saved a little bit of it, but yeah, your muscle tones are somewhat of the same that when you originally went into this thing, but it is difficult at first, but it's like an elephant, you know. They learn to walk pretty quick.
I'm gonna take the piece of cloth, fold it up, and like tuck it up underneath my armor, and like pull it to where you can just see a little bit right here,
Mhm.
and then go. Well, take out my longsword, kind of just make sure everything still works. Put it back in. All right, if y'all gonna do some explaining, you better do some explaining now. And if we're gonna walk, we might as well walk. Also, I know none of y'all's names, and you all know mine, and I feel like that's very rude. No, I apologize. I know that one's name.
I am
That
Professor
little one
Scant.
right there. Don't all
Let's
y'all
get
speak
moving.
at once. Okay, other elf. Not the drow one, other elf. What's your name?
I'll put my hands up and go into a deep bow. I am Arendal. Arendal
nice.
Donna.
Very nice to meet you. I am Mayra Trislin. Please just call me May. Drow, what's your name?
Well, that's quite rude of you yourself. The correct definition
Oh,
would be dark elf. Thank you very much.
Excuse
However,
me.
it's so very nice of you to ask. My name is Kinravah.
Wonderful. This very attractive large lady, what is your name?
Ola kind of looks at you like, what?
Alano does the whole like look behind her thing, and then like,
Never seen a Goliath blush.
Instead of pink, it's purple.
Yep. I love
Yes!
it.
Oh my god.
I am known as Iceheart. This is Percy, and she'll motion to her griffin.
You
Well,
motion
he's
you
a
motion
man.
towards Percy, and Percy kind of like lifts his beak up, and then you see Percy's wing kind of being like taut like up and down, like on the right, and then like you see a little nose kind of poke out from under the wing, and poking out you do see Cuckoo slowly walk out from Percy's wing
Oh,
and just like
that's
up
Cuckoo.
underneath. Hi.
Yeah, he talks.
Yeah. I talk.
Oh. Well,
If
that's
she's from the
interesting.
Feywild, that's probably the least interesting thing she's seen.
I'm so glad you can talk here, though. All right, are we moving?
Yes, we are.
That'd be wise.
We should
And
head
I'll start
back at
making my
least.
way out.
We should head back towards where that chamber where we encountered them was. I have no doubt that there's probably more coming from that location.
Hmm.
And if nothing else, we can at least try to see a way into from the Underdark.
Madam,
Sounds so coded. Yes.
if you don't mind, do you remember anything about the city before it fell?
I remember that there were some folks who decided that I remember that there were some folks that decided my brother and I would be very interested in experiments. And I don't remember why. And I remember being trapped in that thing and having stuff happen. And I was awake for all of it.
Well, maybe in time, then.
What did they do to you?
I don't know. I don't know why. At that point, without knowing what I'm doing, I would send out a psychic dart, basically, and hit the wall. And go, oh, I didn't know I could do that.
That's an interesting talent.
That's new. Do any of y'all do that?
No. Well,
Oh.
not me.
Oh, good. That's nice to know. I got a little bit special.
Excuse
All right.
me, May.
Yes.
Do you, by chance, have the ability to restore lost appendages?
Oh, I don't think I do. And then not like I hesitate a little, and then may I see him?
He sort of hesitates for a second, then puts both his hands out.
Oh goodness, this is fresh.
Yes.
No. I don't think I can fix this, but why hasn't anybody bandaged this?
I'll quickly pull my hands back. It's all right. Didn't think you could.
Arundel, do you still have that necklace with the pendant?
Yes. I'll pull out the Mistral, whatever the fuck it is. Is that what we're talking about? The star
Mistral.
pendant?
Mistral,
Yeah.
the star pendant. Yep.
Yeah.
Seems appropriate that would probably go to May here.
I don't know why. What is it?
Something we found
Oh.
came from this city.
See, the thing is I don't particularly like this city. So why don't you hold on to it?
Okay.
I don't really want anything from them. I don't want to do anything to help them. I don't want any... They were a bunch of bastards, and I don't know how to say that any nicer than that.
Marvelous, then you wouldn't mind helping us kill another bunch of bastards that are going to try and enslave a bunch of very innocent individuals.
Oh,
very.
No, sounds like
Venison.
fun. I could use a little bit of exercise. Let's go.
Come then.
Then it's settled.
When
Let's
you
move.
lead her out of the room, you're led back into the location of that fight you just had. May, you can see that the location has been bombed out basically by a blast, but there are two entrances, one that leads into a room with a chest and one that leads into a room with a large robotic helmet sticking out of the ground. When you see this large robotic helmet that sticks out of the ground, you are immediately flashed back to a millennia ago. And these large robots were the protectors of the city that you were taken to. And you walk past it.
Has anybody tried to hit that thing? Can I hit that thing? Would y'all mind?
Go
Be
ahead.
my guest, so long as you don't take too long.
I'd like to take out a hand axe and just throw it from like the doorway.
Yep. Yeah. You pass by it, and it it goes back into its robotic voice, and it says, "Unit blah 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 activating," and then it goes like, "Enter defense mode," and then you see its eyes turn red, and it starts to go like whir and shake, and all of a sudden it just like powers down.
Oh,
Well, if they-
that's so sad.
Well, if they didn't know where we were before.
Oh, they probably did, whoever they are. Wait, who are they again?
Her family.
Wait, we killing somebody's family?
They're not
Killing-
good.
Killing the bad drow, I suppose, is the best way to put it.
Oh,
And we need to do it soon.
all right.
We
I
need
kicked,
to rest soon.
The helmet that's stuck in the ice and follow along.
So where are we going? Are we going back to where?
Let's at least head back to where that slide was. I know we need a rest, but frankly, they aren't going to give us the chance for a long rest here.
Right.
How
we
are you
need to
looking?
attack them now, otherwise we're just going to get overwhelmed if one more come in. At the very least, we need to collapse the tunnel that leads to the Underdark.
That I would agree to, but I need to sleep.
Why don't we make our way back into that room? Find a good spot to set up the dome.
Yes.
Very well, then.
Well, why are we going to sleep now?
Ask them.
We've had a long day.
That is true.
We've
Has
only
it been
up and
1,000
about.
years long?
Feels like
Phew.
it.
All right. Then maybe y'all do need to sleep. I guess I'll do the watching because I don't need to sleep.
Very well. I'll just start
Kinravah.
heading back.
Yeah, when we reach that room, Kinravah will very reluctantly start putting up the dome.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like, this is a terrible idea, but yeah, sure, why not?
You'll
I don't
noti-
think she's happy with y'all.
You'll notice that when you go back to the tower, that the runes have the energy that the runes had has dispersed. They are no longer colored; they are just there, inscribed
Can
onto the wall.
I read those runes?
Give me just a d20, a flat d20 roll.
19.
Yeah.
She's
So
back.
Couldn't do that earlier.
with
May's first roll.
Yeah, May's first roll. With your knowledge of the beings that captured you, you had done a lot of research. But unfortunately, it was not enough. You can
Okay.
you can decode a bit of what you see, but it is not a full-on understanding of the language.
Okay.
Okay, dome
I
goes
don't
up.
think anybody should lay by that wall.
Just so you understand, it's the room that had the part with the runes at the bottom, but then there was a way up to a second level, right?
That's where you guys were just fighting from.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, the below, because where the runes are, you're actually in that original room where you very first saw the first half of this thing. Because
Okay.
if you remember correctly, there's like a first half of it, then you guys like traveled along, did a little staircase or whatever, and then went around basically in a big U shape, then came to the other half of it, which comes out into another room, the bean room. So that's the second story area, and then the first story area comes out on the other side. All right, so the dome goes up. We'll say that you are preparing for rest. May is taking the watches. Now you can, of course, all do whatever you'd like. there anybody else watching, or is it just going to be May?
Yeah, I'll help with the watch also.
Kinravah's just going to go into a trance. He's very unhappy.
Everybody else
Sleeping.
sleeping.
Try to get some sleep while I can.
You know those like sword like practice forms you see people do like in fantasy novel or in fantasy movies and stuff like that? That is what May is doing, just like really silently while everybody's sleeping. Unless Arundel decides to strike up a conversation or something like that.
So in a very, very cinematic fashion, May practices her sword forms during the rest. First and foremost, the first thing you notice, May, is that Grimly, although asleep for some time, constantly is rolling around in his sleep. His eyes flutter a lot. He a lot of time will wake up for a moment, say something in fear or in anger, and then slowly fall back to sleep. Olanu nuzzles in really closely with Percy most of the time, so there's nothing special there. Arundel and you have a bit of alone time. What are you, Arundel? Are you doing anything? Are you saying anything?
I have pulled out my journal again, and I'm trying to figure out how to write with my fingers the way they are. And I think he's having a really bad time trying to adjust. And at one point, he'll just get super frustrated. He'll stand up and he'll just throw his book across the room. And he'll just look down at the ground.
Will retrieve the book, bring it back, and say, "So, I don't know about you, but I've never been able to learn something and master it all in the same day. Maybe don't throw things."
This is my purpose, May, and I cannot fulfill it.
So, you can have multiple purposes, and it's only like when did you lose your fingers? Today? Yesterday?
Today.
All right. Maybe calm down a little bit. Your feelings are valid, but you're asking too much of yourself.
There's a lot of interesting things down here, including yourself, and I want to document all of that as much as I can, and I can't.
So, how's your memory?
It's all right.
Or, I tell you what, give me that pen.
I'll shakily hand the pen over.
All right. What do you want to write down? I'll open the book to where he was trying to write, and I'm not the best speller, so we might have to stop and you might have to spell things out for me sometimes, but I can at least be hands at the moment.
We strayed into a devastating encounter with an otherworldly creature, the likes of which I'd never seen.
Okay, you're going fast. All right, I caught up.
I'll say for the next like couple hours, even though it was just like a few moments in time, Arundel, of course, loves to embellish. And for the next couple hours, you go on about the happenstances. And of course, Arundel doesn't leave any detail out when it comes to the death of Liadain. It might give you pause for a moment, May, as he describes one of his best friends, or one of his best friends, excuse me, one of his friends.
My very best friend.
Very best friend.
Ever.
One of his friends passing away recently.
I will take the piece of cloth out and kind of use it as a handkerchief, like just in the corner, and say, "She sounds like a very interesting person. Who probably died well. And that's more than most of us can say. I don't think my brother died well. And I'd love to remember his name.
It is a rare luxury.
But is this all that happened in the last, like, few hours? Like 24? There's you losing your finger. There's y'all come. Oh, gracious. Well, that catches me up a little bit. Thank you.
Yes, I do love telling stories. I thank you for this time.
Anytime. My hands work. If you need them, let me know.
And he sort of puts his hands out to get his stuff back.
Hand it. I'll hand it back.
Tuck it away.
Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to keep practicing. I don't know how long I was. Yes, I do know how long I was in that place, but I don't know the last time I was able to practice. So. And I go back to my sword forms.
Okay.
I'll start doing some forms with her.
So
some blade singing forms.
Mm-hmm. You kind of.
Oh, it's so hard for me not to do your fucking accent. God damn it.
So you both go into almost a synchronized form. May just barely ahead of you, as Arundel, of course, loves to study. So every move she makes, he then, like a moment later, he'll follow suit with that same move. Kin, what are you doing during this time?
For the most part, she is just, like, going into her trance. But while she is in it, she's also, like... Her mind is essentially just racing right now. Like, she's like, Ulrich has probably already found out exactly where we are. He's probably gathering some forces. There's a potential devil that has to be dealt with, that Underdark passage. Liaden's body needs to be retrieved. She's hoping Ulrich hasn't eaten it from how long that they've decided to rest. So, like, she's just, like, her mind is racing through a lot of things, 100%, basically.
Yeah. Okay. So, what is May's passive perception now?
14.
Okay.
It's still higher than mine.
It's higher than mine, too.
It's the lowest I have in any character.
No worries.
Oh, actually, mine's
You're welcome, Dan.
15.
I did not take the option receipt.
So
now I know which feat I'm taking.
So with that, you all awake in the morning as the dome goes away. You're all fully rested.
My zombos are still there, though.
Your zombos are still there. The way you said it made it sound like boobs. But
my zombozos.
I hope they're still there.
Zombo.
But your Arundel, your wounds are still there, obviously. There's no just healing those over time.
Yeah, I didn't think they would.
Any of you want berries?
What do you mean by berries?
I can conjure these berries that fill you up. And if you're hurt, they'll heal you a little.
Oh. Did they taste good? Are you trying to poison me?
No.
I'm heading back to the room with the snowballs.
She just clasps her hands together and they glow for a second, and then she opens her hand and berries are there.
You see, Cuckoo kind of like nestle in and like grab one from you as you hold him out.
I will say that in Grimly's sleep, he also had Abel and Liadain kind of tormenting him as well.
100%.
Replaying each of their deaths and how he didn't save them.
Kinravah's going to cast Mage Armor, and she is walking out of the tower and heading towards the snow.
Okay.
I will also cast Mage Armor.
I will also...
I'm going to go... I don't know if you know this, to Grimly, but you talk a lot in your sleep.
Yeah. You look at poor Grimly and he has like his eyes are bloodshot from like lack of sleep and he has bags under his eyes.
Like, do you sleep?
Not well.
Is he still fatigued?
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh,
I've had
motherfucker,
exhaustion
dude.
Sorry.
I've had exhaustion level 1 for all
Yeah.
day.
No, unfortunately,
doesn't-
unfortunately, it's supposed to go away.
Oh,
But
fuck.
it doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't get worse. It doesn't get worse. But you are
Okay.
still exhausted because of what is happening and where you're located.
Okay.
Yes, you're right. You do still have
That's
one
all
level
right.
of exhaustion.
Who all took
I'll-
berries?
I'll take one.
And Cuckoo took one.
Okay.
Can I have 2?
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
I wasn't able to get
pop-
a hold of
I'll-
that, so I hope you did because you count them out.
Yep. So I have 3 left.
I'll pop one and pocket the other.
All right, are we going? Because I think your dark elf friend is far in advance of the rest of us.
Yeah.
And she looks like she would not stand up well to a fight.
Yeah. I mean, she can hold her own, just not physical stuff.
Oh, all right.
Yep. Start following Kinravah.
I take my longsword out and I kind of like put it behind my arms, kind of like stretching my shoulders, but also doing that like dude bro thing, just holding it back here.
Yeah, sure.
Hell yeah.
Kinravah's going to call Omen, the fat-winged serpent, around her neck. And she's also, as they like walk towards the passage, she's also going to like call out at the top of her lungs as well and just say, Ulrich, I know you're watching us, or at the very least you're keeping track of us. You may as well just come on out.
So much for trying to be stealthy.
Moments pass.
Well, I don't know if I can be stealthy. And I like shake my armor a little bit.
She does like this. It's like shink, 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 shink. So moments pass, and then in your head, you just hear,
Run, little mousy.
As they keep walking, she then talks even louder and says, So small. All of you all think so small. Who am I kidding? Your people, the entire drow race has lived deep below the rocks like the vermin queen they worship. While those above ground decide to slit their own wrists and dance naked under the moonlight with the whimsical whore muse. You're all pathetic. Even the sight of you makes me ill. Even Father can barely see past his own nose. I don't care about the Underdark, Ulrich. In truth, I don't even really give too much of a damn about Toril. There are prime materiums aplenty, and I want to explore all of them. I want to know it all. I don't just want the knowledge of one world. I want the archives of entire existences. Possibility to see what lies on the other side of the coin. A chance to not only wonder, but answer what if. And yet here you are, parasites caught in a silken tomb, all dedicated to kissing the ground touched by an 8-legged coward too obsessed with vengeance to see beyond her own ambitions. Well, this fly has escaped the web, and you're not going to drag me back down to your...
Damn.
I'm gonna lean over to whichever person is next to me and just go, I don't know who puts her in her morning breakfast, but damn.
Yeah.
She's a
in
fireball sometimes.
in your head, Kin, you hear,
You were always the talker. All talk, no action. You were puny when you were younger, and you're puny now. Go on. Continue your quest. We'll see you soon.
You will. And for the record, I think I enjoyed you better when you had a collar on your neck.
No answer. Now,
We're at the
you guys
slide, right?
are at the slide. You have the staircase that leads down to the area that had the Eldritch Horror in it. You did, again, see that there was passageway past that location when you were down there, once you had defeated or got rid of the creature. But then there's also the slide that you're right next to that leads into the chamber with the boiling water and the eggs. What do you want to do?
Part of me wants to go in that Eldritch area.
I do. I think
You
that-
didn't learn from the first time?
We saw it pull itself away from the ice, though.
Kind of ran.
Yeah.
I don't want to go down there.
All right.
Can I just say something? If I don't know if, and I'm sorry if I'm scaring anybody. I don't know if the creature that was down there has to stay down there. He could be anywhere. So if we want to go to that room, great. If we want to go down that slide, great. All I'm saying is there's a decent chance that it's been following us this whole time and just has decided not to lash out.
Fair point.
I would really rather handle my brothers before we go tangling any other eldritch abominations.
I mean,
All right.
I haven't fought anything in a really long time, and that sounds like fun. So, can we go fight something?
Okay.
Sounds good to me. And I jump in the hole.
Okay.
I follow him.
Okay.
Kinravah does too. Also, that snake does have blind sight out to 10 feet.
Yep. All right. You guys slide down the slide. Your snake would not have, and also Alana, you would not have sensed anything as you were walking. After Kinravah's exhilarating speech, you slide down the slide and enter the chamber once more. The bubbling pools of water that you had seen before are no longer bubbling. And the eggs that you saw at the opposite side of the room are no longer there.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Are there shells?
Oh, fuck.
Are there shells? You get closer, and you do see that there are some parts of shells.
Ah, damn it.
And some kind of nasty viscera around the area.
Either those things broke out of those shells, or Aldrich decided to use them. Shh. He never was a clean eater. Come on.
I'm going to cast a couple spells, Dan.
Okay.
I'm going to cast the Longstrider at 2nd level on Grimly and Iceheart.
Fuck yeah.
And then again at 2nd level for me and our new friend May.
Okay.
Whoop.
And then once at 1st level for Kinravah.
Yeah, damn. Okay, so the entire party is long strided with 3 spell slots used.
I gotta
Is that,
say,
Plus
that's
10
10
feet.
extra? Okay,
Yeah,
just wanted to make
10.
sure.
I gotta say, that really helps my back when you do that.
Okay. So
Okay, yeah, Kin's gonna go to
So
Where the
there's the
tower was.
hole. There's the hole that leads down towards the Underdark. There's the cave slash hole that leads towards the tower. Where are you going?
Let's head a little bit into the cave from the Underdark first, then.
Okay. What are you trying to do?
Is there any, like, weak points we can see that, can help us, like, collapse this cave, basically?
For the most part, you guys are in a glacier. There's not formations of rock that would continually fall if you were to break any part of whatever. You break parts of the glacier, it would just fall onto the ground. Now, If you broke enough of the glacier, you could cover this area, but it wouldn't start collapsing down on itself. You would have to break a piece off and then break a piece off and break a piece off.
That
Does destroy water destroy ice as well? Probably not.
I mean, if you're destroying it, it would just basically just be non-existent, and then there's no
Gotcha.
collapse.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Can you make water, Grimly?
I can.
I
Interesting.
can freeze it.
We can try
that
that.
is an option.
I'll cast Create Water
Okay.
twice. Trying to fill up the hole.
So creating
Back slightly away
Mhm.
from the magic as it's happening.
Creating water creates up to 10 gallons of water. So you only create about 20 gallons of water, which in reference to something as big as this, you're looking at barely covering the size of a humanoid. This hole is like a freaking, 15-foot, nearly 20-foot sized hole.
That's gonna be tough to do.
Now you could keep doing it, but again, it's 10 gallons at a time.
Right.
I don't think that's going to work.
I mean, it depends on what they wanted to do. If they wanted to make a pretty little sculpture there out of the ice, sure. If they wanted to cover it up, no.
I think we're shit out of luck on this one.
Agreed. There's no way to.
Is there a boulder around? Can we just move some big rocks?
You
Not
just
really. It's just
look
ice
around at
it.
pure ice. Now, that being said, about 20 feet down into that hole, it starts to become rock and stone and dirt.
How big is that? Still? Does the entrance kind of like go get smaller as it goes inward, or
Yeah,
is
so
it
it
that
ends
big the whole
big.
time?
It ends big, where you guys are standing, like the big icy entrance or whatever. And then as it goes on, it starts to get a little bit smaller and smaller. And I would say for reference, it'd probably be at smallest like 10 feet tall. At smallest.
Can I lift the ice that was just made and take it that direction?
Yeah.
Do you want me to make a roll?
It's downwards, so you could roll it or push it.
Perfect. Let's do that.
Okay. We'll say when he creates
know
the
it won't
water, it
fill
just
it up
creates it
all.
like an orb.
But I'm just trying to I assume people are trying to block this off, so
Okay.
I'm also trying to help them block this off.
Okay.
So
we'll say that with 20 gallons of water, you're able to form an orb that comes up to like your waist, maybe up to your chest at most. And then you can push it down into the hole. It does come to a stop, but there's still a good 5 feet between like that and the ceiling.
that'll at least slow them down, but I don't know if it'll stop it.
I mean, they dug the tunnel once.
Again, slow them down.
It might be best just to see if we can go back to where that tower kill all know about it. Drow are very reluctant to share information of prize, so...
Don't you mean dark elves?
In this case, no.
Alright.
Damn.
You make your way out of the tunnel
Okay.
then? Come back up to the room, and you are now face to face with the long tunnel that leads towards the tower.
I'm gonna summon out Asher and send him out front first.
Asher pops up. Ray,
Just
you see for the first time Asher come out.
I think it's the second time, but it's the first time it's like she's really paying attention.
No, because
That thing's weird. Omen, you're
Omen.
right. This is Asher.
Mm-hmm.
So now I've seen all. It's like you've got the weirdest associates.
Yeah.
Like
Asher
you
just
got
sort of like
those two. You got that one, and what's that thing?
Asher's just going to like fold his arms like that while flying, and just go. Someone who has proper manners, thank you very much.
Oh, I didn't know that you had any feelings, little book.
I bet you didn't. Thank you. And then he's just gonna fly off to go scout.
I fucking love the May Kinravah interactions.
Asher Benapal has gotten a bit of an attitude recently.
It's because he's been taken out of so many like evil sword wizards books and thrown into another evil sword wizard's book.
So Asher makes his way into the other room, and I assume you're trying to have him.
Yeah, just see,
gather
like
info.
look through his eyes to see what's.
Okay, you see the tower. You see a pool of blood where Liadain was. You see the like drips and drops of blood that Liadain had created when she ran over to the position that Liadain's body had finally been laid out. And you don't see any drow around, but lying atop the staircase, or like basically the staircase that led up to the entrance of this tower, you see a corpse.
It should be all right to go in, but I at the very least want to collect Liadain's body.
Alana kind of like keeps her head on a swivel to kind of see if she sees anyone like laying in wait to like attack us.
Okay.
And I'll go into where the room is, with the tower.
So you enter the room. And as you enter the room, you feel a strange occurrence as you step on a piece of ice at the entrance to this cave, and a large rune underneath you alights. And I need everybody to make a dex saving throw.
Ooh, everybody around me has +3.
Oh, yay. Awesome. And I have advantage.
Oh, thank God.
That's a 24.
Jesus Christ. She's back.
Ken?
Again,
With
solely death saves, guys.
right? For me, for the next +3, that is a 21.
Nice.
Is it disadvantage on saving throws or ability checks that I have right
Ability checks.
now? Okay, so
Saving throws is at
that
3, I think.
Oh, is this a spell, Dan? Do I have advantage because of my mantle spell resistance?
This is a spell. Yeah, it would be considered a spell because it's a trap, but it is also a spell.
Same number.
I rolled a 22.
Jesus Christ.
25.
Jesus.
Okay.
17.
Well, you all save, but you still manage to take half damage. This is a glyph of warding. As an explosive rune explodes on the floor, you all take 5d8 fire damage.
Nice.
So that will be...
I'm actually immune to fire damage.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I'm not going to roll 5d8. I'm just going to... 1, 2, 4, 5. Ow! Okay. You all take 29 points of fire damage down to 14.
Ouch.
So you take 14 points of fire damage. As Kin, you are the first one to enter the room. You see the glyph alight and turn around to the group and warn them as everybody kind of ducks and dives and jumps out of the way. The blast of fire mainly overtakes the entryway to this cave and kind of like blasts through the hallway that you're in. And as you step on the rune, that corpse that you had saw at the end of the or at the entryway to the tower that was there, a bright white light begins to emanate from the corpse's wound and eyes
Oh, fuck.
and mouth
God damn it.
as it slowly rises off the ground.
Oh, fuck.
You see Liadain's corpse rise and stand in front of you. As a familiar voice echoes out from her mouth, but it is not Liadain's. And the Frost Maiden speaks. She says, "One has fallen. The rest will follow suit. Turn around now and choose to live." And as that happens, I need you all. I need I need you all to make a Constitution saving throw, and I think you guys get +3.
Is this a spell?
This is not a spell. This is, I guess, natural for it.
You said con?
Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Sorry, I rolled that with advantage.
Natural
Natty
20.
for Ray.
Very nice.
22.
Again, it's not a death
A
save.
22?
So that's a 27.
21.
Damn, y'all.
I got a natty 1.
Oh.
Oh,
Fuck, Trey.
Grim, what'd you get?
A dirty 20.
Arendelle, everybody else is horrified by what they see, and they all look away or they blink or whatever. But the enticement of what might be happening magical-wise to Liadain has enticed you enough to continue to look at this visage. And suddenly, the eyes and the wound all bright light white flash the area, and you are blinded. And at this point, I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Oh, shit. Come on, good roll.
So this is, yeah.
Shit. I have disadvantage on this. Oh. I rolled a nat 20, but I got an 8.
Okay.
I'm right there with you.
I might have forgotten to bring us back
It
here.
was before my initiative.
Okay. So, let's go down the line real quick. Grimly, what do you got?
10.
Arendelle.
14.
Kin.
17.
Olanu.
11.
May.
How in the hell did I get the highest with an 18?
Oh,
All right.
stupid
So-
disadvantage.
Let's see. Let me roll for this thing. It is low. Perfect. Okay. It sucks that I have to put Liadain as the enemy. Okay.
No! Oh, fuck.
I just wrote the enemy's name, and it's just Liadain. All right. May. The flash goes off, and you see Arendelle like cover his eyes and start to rub his eyes. What do you do?
Um,
The creature
Well,
looks to
I'm
be
gonna-
looks to be charging up some sort of attack.
great. I'm gonna head straight towards the person because I don't know her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna attack. Actually, because I can, let's go ahead and do my power leap
Okay.
as my bonus action.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And so I just kind of jump into the air, and I would like to. Obviously, this is all in my mind, not actually how it works. I want my first attack to be as I come down on top of her.
Okay.
So I'm using my longsword. Hold on, let me say that I've done that.
So
Poetic.
yeah, just for reference, she is using the psi-powered leap. You gain a flying speed equal to twice your walking speed.
Which right now is 40, so I have 80.
Oh.
Yeah. So just imagine, a straight up like a fucking
Anime.
Anime or like a Jedi or something like that, using like the ability to like leap really quickly towards a thing.
That is a 25 to hit.
That hits.
I'll say I don't know if she's got Liaden's
Not
armor
with
class.
that giant wound that like basically takes up like half her body. It changed.
I wondered. I'm going to not do anything other than this one. That is 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna stand up and take my second swipe. That's a natural 20.
Yes, man.
Jesus.
That's 20 points of slashing damage, but then let's do that. I also want to I need her to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
I'm using my telekinetic thrust.
4.
Okay, so she fails. I want to knock her prone.
Okay. So you leap from your current position, kind of like looking at everybody like, what do we do here? And then finally you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go. You leap towards Liaden, land atop her, knocking her on her back, and just pummeling her.
This feels real wrong.
Right?
Was that
I needed to say that out loud. I'm sorry.
29
Fuck
points
you,
of
Dan.
damage? 29 points of damage.
Fuck
Yep.
you!
Okay. Yeah, sorry, that happened.
It's totally
Hey,
fine. It's
look,
fine.
you're the one
It's
that had to
fine.
go first, okay, for whatever reason. Ken,
Oh,
you're
I
up.
I guess I am.
Yeah, you are.
She's gonna look towards Olana and be like,
Oh, let's get the Frost Maiden's blessing. I'm sure nothing could go wrong if we decide to walk into this room where she said will test us.
Something did go wrong with that already.
and what can I do? Let's see.
Come on, man. Get all the things in the world.
How far away is this thing from me?
40 feet from the entrance of the cave here.
Okay, so I take 10 feet towards them.
Yep.
And I'm gonna literally just launch Omen at them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use Shocking Grasp by channeling it through Omen as it wraps around her neck and bites.
Got it. To hit, right?
Yes, and it's a physical attack, so it doesn't get disadvantage because it's prone.
Correct.
Do I get advantage because of this? Because it's prone and it's a physical attack?
You do.
Okay, good.
Melee
That's real
range.
good. That was a 1. That's not much better. 9 plus 8. That's not too bad, actually.
No, it's not. So, yeah, you do still hit.
Okay, good. I keep forgetting I got plus 8 now. Weird. Okay, Shocking Grasp does 2d8. Okay, 2d8. 2d8. Okay, so that is 11 points of lightning damage.
11 points of lightning. Okay,
And her reactions have been burned.
perfect. Anything else?
I will take 10 feet steps backwards again.
Okay. As
And
you
then I
back
will
up
take
into the cave.
a further 20 feet backwards,
Yeah.
because
You basically just get
I
to the back of the
remember-
order here. Of
I
everybody in
was
the
like,
cave.
hey, remember how everyone seemed to want to get Kona Cold from the Frost Maiden? I'm pretty sure Kona Cold is something the Frost gives you. So,
She says
yes.
mentally. She doesn't say that out loud. All right. Your turn's over. Let's see. Grim, Arendelle. No, wait. Sorry. Kin. Now Arendelle.
I'm so slow.
Arendelle is blind.
You are currently blinded, yes.
Great, love that for myself. There's not much I can do. Yeah, I'll just take the dodge action.
Okay. You kind of just like place your hands up and like shake your head and close your eyes and try to reopen them and close them as like the light is painful nearly to your face. Olanu, you're up.
No save.
No save.
Cool, love that.
How far is Olanu from Liadain's corpse?
From Liadain's corpse, you are 45 feet away.
Perfect. Seeing how the Frost Maiden is puppeting her corpse, sends Olanu into a rage.
Yeah.
And she charges at this abomination, and will take 2 reckless attacks at it.
Okay, go for it.
Fuck. So 14?
Hits.
Okay. 14
Hits. Oh, that 40 damage.
damage, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. That'll do it.
Oh, shit. And that went across the room. 15 points of damage.
Okay.
And then she'll just kind of slide herself so that she can give May advantage.
Okay. Grimly, you're up. You just see like Liadain's face, like just like with the white light emanating from her as she writhes on the ground as you like pummel her with axe blows.
I'm going to look away from Liadain and reach my hand out onto Arendelle's shoulder and cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So that will get rid of the blindness.
So you have to try and touch me though, because I'm trying to dodge.
Okay.
You go to grab him and he like ducks underneath it.
Yeah, don't touch me.
So with that, Arendelle, a hand touches you like on your thigh, and basically as you're like trying to like put your hands up, you're blinking. Suddenly, woof, your vision just instantly comes back to you.
Don't touch me there, Grimly.
You'll have to fight. I can't do this. And I will summon Tentacles of the Deep 60 feet from me.
Okay.
Next to Liadain.
Okay. You get an attack with it as you summon it.
Yeah, I will tell it to attack her, but I'm not watching. And
Okay. You have advantage on the attack.
oh, really?
Yep.
That's cocked. Okay, that is 1d8 cold damage for 2 cold damage.
Nice. Immune to cold. Oddly enough.
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, GR crew coming
Cool.
in here for the host. Thank you very much.
Good.
Yeah, the
I
cold
don't really
damage
wanna
doesn't the cold damage doesn't seem to affect her.
And then I will, like, kind of move towards the wall.
Yeah.
Out of view.
Yeah, no worries.
Best I can.
Okay.
Kind of hyperventilating.
So that is all of y'all's turns. It is now Liaden's turn. As she is.
I swear to God,
Goodness.
I almost. I was like, oh.
As she kind of is writhing on the ground from the attacks and just breathing like very slowly and just making horrible zombie-like noises. Also, you forgot you had zombies. Yeah. So as she's doing all this stuff, her body begins to freeze over into ice. And then as her body completely freezes over and everybody's kind of like pulling back as they kind of watch her body turn to ice, just as like the ice is encroaching on her face and just over the wound, a last bit of bright white light emanates from the wounds, and suddenly the body begins to shake, and boom!
Oh, fuck.
A
Cool.
giant
Cool.
frozen explosion. So, other than Grimly and Arendal and Kinravah, you were back there as well. So the two that do take damage are going to be Olanu and May. This thing explodes right on top of you. Go ahead and roll a dex saving throw.
I'm gonna say because of how close I was, like literally on top of her, I'd rather just make the decision to fail it.
Okay.
Cool. Love that.
Respected.
Actually, that was not a sarcastic love that.
I didn't think it was.
What do you got, Olanu?
25.
What?
Yeah, I roll with advantage for dex
Yeah, I
saves
know.
on effects I can see, and then it was a 19.
Okay.
6.
So this essentially is a nice
Wait,
little
no.
spell that I like to call fuck you guys for killing Liaden, and also Liaden has
22,
the fucking powers of a god. She explodes in a icy, I don't know, martyrdom of sorts.
Ugh.
And when she does, you all take 10d6 cold damage.
Doofa.
Now you
I'm
can,
immune to cold.
You can be immune to it. But there is piercing
You can.
damage that is also
Okay.
alongside it. But the piercing damage is pretty negligible. It's like, I think I had wrote 2d4 somewhere. Yeah, 10d6 cold, 2d4 piercing.
Mhm.
So let me
She
just
saved
roll
it,
piercing first, since you can take that at half as well. Oops, shit.
And then resistance.
So you take 3 down to 1 cold damage.
Yeah. Wait.
Huh?
Piercing?
The piercing damage, sorry.
Okay.
And you're immune to the cold. So let's see. You take 3 damage, Ray. You'll take 3 damage from the whatever. The piercing, excuse me. And then cold damage will be
I also am immune to cold. No, I'm kidding.
oh.
It was a special thing. It was a special thing that I just added to the character last minute.
I forgot to tell you, Dan.
Don't question it.
You take 33 points of cold damage.
Okay.
Slightly below average.
But at this point, Liaden's corpse is in pieces across the room, and all is silent in the cavern that you guys are in. All that lies now in front of you are pieces of like stone from the magically created building that you guys were standing atop. It blew several of the pieces of stone like outward, into like parts of the cavern. many of the icicles that were on the ceiling had fallen down and smashed upon the floor. And it kind of shook the entire area. There's a bit of like blue-white smoke coming up from like where the explosion happened. Explosion.
The explosion.
Explosion.
Yep. And as you kind of gather yourselves, Olanu, because you didn't get blasted, basically, you were just immune to it, essentially. You look down at the ground, and all that is left of Liaden's corpse is kind of like an upper torso and like part of her head. But attached to that or whatever, you do see, a bit of Liaden's sentiments as like that brooch, that really pretty blue brooch that she always wore. You see like another necklace that is, tucked up underneath it and stuff like that. But that's pretty much it. Everything else has been blown to pieces.
I'll gather those things. If I can.
What's everybody doing?
Grandma kind of
I'm-
slides.
Did I lose you guys? I lost you guys.
I don't know.
Okay,
Hello?
keep going. Sorry. No, I lost you.
Hi?
Gary, you're good.
Oh,
I kind of am just like dusting the ice off of myself and like mumbling curses under my breath.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Kinravah's going to go up and like take what she can of Liaden's body and put it in her bag of holding.
Are you you're picking the pieces up of Liaden?
Yes.
I will say that they are no bigger than like cubes of ice at this point.
Well, then
I
she'll
mean,
take a
I
little.
did it with
Oh.
Abel.
Well, then she'll take a bit of the head. She'll take a bit of the torso. She'll pull a finger out of Olanu's hair that got stuck there, and then she's going to put it all in the bag of holding.
Okay.
And then she's going to pause and just be like, Liaden had a lot in her bag of holding that's now gone.
So the.
I'm gonna cast.
She then
Life
looks to Olanu and
Transference.
just says, "I'm not giving you this." And then, yeah.
Please,
Arundel.
please don't cast life transference right now. I think that would be the most eldritch of eldritch horrors that we've experienced so far.
I'm gonna cast Life Transference on our new friend May.
Oh, okay.
Jesus Christ. Okay, that's a lot of damage.
Oh no.
Oh, she's gonna be so upset.
20 points of damage. And you get 40 hit points.
I'm gonna grab Arundel by the hand and lead the idiot back over to where the zombies are.
So when she feels the magic done to her
Mm-hmm.
without her permission, her being me, I kind of legit have a minor freak out and kind of just turn around with my sword and stalk over to Arundel and say, I appreciate what you did. Sheathe my sword. Next time, I would prefer if you asked before you did shit like that to me. And I'll walk away.
Okay.
She's gonna take Arundel by the hand and lead him back to the zombies first.
What are you doing with this whole leading Arundel to the zombies thing?
Yeah, like I'm a
Well,
child.
first
see.
she's going
yeah,
to
like
like put,
He can see.
like she's going to like put him next to the zombie, and then she's gonna cast Bloom.
Wither and Bloom.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
So the zombie's going to take 2d6 necrotic damage.
I think they're immune, aren't they?
Are zombies immune to necrotic damage?
Let me see. Just double checking. They are immune to poison. So you're good.
Why are undead not immune to necrotic damage?
I don't know.
I think certain
Yeah, they
certain
use the
undead
spell.
are.
Yeah.
What the hell, 5e? Anyway, yeah, so 2d6.
So one of the zombies takes
Oh,
6 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And
Leaving him at a healthy, 20, or no, I'm sorry, 16. Okay, you're still good.
And then Arundel gets back. Let's see, he gets back. You can roll one of your unspent hit dice and regain a number of hit points equal to the number you roll, plus my spellcasting modifier, which is a +5.
So roll 1 plus 5.
1.
6 health.
6 health.
6 health.
Did you seriously roll a 1 on your...
Yeah.
I will send you weighted dice. Like, I don't know if this is even going to
It
work.
won't help. It won't help.
No.
It'll fall off the table and still roll a 1.
Dice.
Okay.
It still wouldn't work.
So,
Oh.
we will say, as the blast goes off, everybody is kind of forced to do whatever they were doing now. You placing parts of Liadain's body inside of the bag of holding. May making it very obvious that she is very much not okay with being intruded upon without her permission. And Arundel, you kind of like leaning up against the wall in pain from your own spell, and then slowly kind of feeling the energy raise from Kinravah's spell. The rest of you find yourselves in the same location that you were at the beginning of this episode, but in a very much different scenario. At this point, we'll go ahead and call today's episode.
God damn it, Dan.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
We
For
can't play
those-
for like another 5 hours.
I mean, I can. What are y'all doing tonight?
so for those that are
Watching
Cat,
watching,
and y'all
Cincinnati.
could?
those that are watching on YouTube, keep your eye out. I will be uploading what we're about to do next soon. We are going to be doing what is called the Nat 1 After Show. If you haven't, or After Snow, and if you haven't been here before, it's basically like a Q&A, and we get to know a little bit about what's going on with the players and their characters, what's going on through their characters' minds. And we get to learn a little bit more. You guys get to ask all kinds of questions about D&D or tabletop in general, or specifically about what's going on with Winter's End. So stick around for everybody that is watching live.
Oh,
But if you are
okay.
watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. More content coming your way, including more interviews by myself from Nat 1-on-1. And yeah, just a ton more content. Check out Running Feywild coming here soon on Wednesday. Meet up on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. Central. And I think that's about it. So thank you guys for watching. Keep being your best selves, and we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.